Yeah?
Yep.
Alright, Wayne's World Countdown, here we go. 5, 4, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 5 of the first season of our homebrew campaign for D&D 5e. It's called Corvania. Our lovely DM, Ilerv Kittens, is going to give us an overview of our last session, which was actually 2 weeks ago, because of the holiday here in the US. So Kittens, take it away.
I think we played last week, Beach.
Did we play last week? I thought I ran that one shot last week.
We played last week. The one shot.
That was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, so, our Kittens... Our Kittens DM is gonna remind us what happened last week, so go ahead.
Okay, so last week, you all finished your business in Iriton, got on a ship, and made your way back to the city of Kala to collect your bounty. While you were on the ship, you ended up running into a pirate ship, run by a pirate succubus that almost killed Thrick, and was pretty rough time for you all. You eventually killed her and her crew, pirated the ship yourself, took it for your own, and made your way to Kala, collected your bounty, and kind of discussed what you were going to do next. What else am I missing? And you decided that you were making your way to Codena. I think that was it, right?
Yeah, and we're pirates now. I guess.
So
We have a pirate ship.
We were going back to our awesome ship with all the amazing things.
Your once companion, Kalaya, did disappear while you were in Iriton. She is yet to come back to you, but who knows?
Maybe we will see her in Codena. Maybe.
Oh yeah, we got a bag of holding too. So we now have like a
Did get a
party
bag of
fund with a
holding.
bag of holding, so like an inventory for the party.
Yeah.
So, which I'm keeping track of, so you know, anytime let me know if you guys want to put anything in the bag of holding and I will write it down.
Was there cheese in the bag of holding?
Yes, 5 wheels of cheese.
Awesome.
Alright, so we're getting started. You all board your ship. After you buy your necessary. Or no, you are currently in Kala and making your way to the port city, correct?
Yes.
Where you have your ship docked.
Yeah.
Yes, and we need to do stuff in the port city before we...
In the port city, you're right. So, for sake of kind of consistency, I was wrong last time. It is not 8 hours. It was 3 days walking to the port city from Kala. I found it in my notes later on.
3 days, yeah.
Mistake.
And about a day and a half in, we see this really big skeleton of a snake.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what happened.
that did happen. So for consistency, your way back does take you the full 3 days.
Yeah.
Easily enough, camping, and for the sake of brevity, like we're not gonna go through it all. And you make your way to the small port town where your ship is currently docked.
If I remember, I think we commissioned them to put normal sails on it.
Yeah.
You did, and I think you paid them already.
Yeah, we paid them already.
Yep.
Yes.
So as you, especially like 6 days, plenty of time for
Okay,
new
and this
sails to be put on.
Port city is... what, again? The city that we're in?
Kittens didn't tell us the name of the city.
The city of
No.
Port.
Yeah.
Dorvan, I think
cities.
it is.
Dwarven.
Dorvan.
Okay.
I don't know, it's in my notes somewhere, but yeah. I'm writing that on top of the page.
Okay, so... have we decided what we will deliver to Codena?
I don't think we did. Plus, we need to get the figurehead off. We need to commission a
Yeah.
flag.
Well, the flag was already commissioned, I think.
Well,
Was
we
the
at least
flag
has
already-
we at least have normal sails. I don't know about having
Yeah.
like our own custom flag, but we got
yeah,
the sails
yeah,
replaced.
we don't have. Yeah, we don't have.
Even if we
Nothing.
just have a colored piece of cloth, so we don't, we know how to show some kind of colors. You know how that works on the sea.
Like a
Rabbit
white one.
And Roderick would know better.
Do we have a white flag just in case?
What color was the paint that we found on the ship?
Green.
We can add green polka dots on the sails.
Can't stand with
That'd
that.
be so ugly.
And Jamae got her panther.
She did, yeah.
Wow.
I
What's
think we
his
can worry
name
about the
again?
figure. I think we can worry about
Aran.
the figurehead once we reach Codena.
His name is Aran, and he's sitting right next to me.
Alright. So,
Thing still freaks me out every time I see it.
So making your way into the port city of Dorvan, you can easily find your ship. What did you guys want to do while you were here?
Well, does anyone need to do anything before we leave?
We wanted to buy stuff so we can
Hi, we have
Like,
gold now.
take it to Codena, like
y-
sell
yeah.
it in Codena.
You also have to buy enough supplies to get you through the trip.
Oh, aye.
So
How's
I would say
everyone's
for-
rations doing?
I mean, I have Explorer's pack. I think it has.
I should be
Yeah.
down
Well,
in 4 days.
We
with
those
that
on
6
our way
days.
here.
Aye, last time we bought stuff in town, I made sure to buy enough rations. I've got 10. So we just traveled 3 days,
Yeah,
right?
but we just traveled 6 days. Yeah.
6
I'll be right
days?
back.
Yeah, 3 there, 3 back.
Oh shit, you're right.
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah, I'm down to 4 rations. It's
Same here.
essentially Jame. It's I like the easy idea here is like 1 ration per day.
Okay.
So I'm
Sorry,
down to
I
4
just left-
ration. I should probably get some rations.
I
Yeah.
left my map in my backpack. Just so you're aware, so each square is half a day of travel.
And that means
28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33.
What is this
You're like 38. So 38, so 15, 19 days at sea is how long, is roughly, that's with
And
weather
how much does
permitting
rations
and-
cost?
And that's if it's an easy run.
That's if it's
Rations-
an easy run.
Rations are 6 silver pieces.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not that much.
And we need between all of us at least 120 rations.
Well, everyone just buys their own rations. Kittens.
well,
what?
we still have money in the party fund if we just kind of want to
Yeah.
buy a bulk.
Does
So
sound like a
kittens,
party. thing.
what would Aaron eat? Like meat?
He would
Like meat?
I would say he'd eat part of your rations.
Okay.
As well. Like
I mean, he is a big cat.
he is a big cat. I would say whatever you would have to buy a portion of rations
Yeah.
for him.
Yeah. That's what I figured. So I need to do some calculations.
Rations 1 day is 5 silver per ration. We have
5 silver.
I've got 160 silver in the party fund.
Mm.
That gets 80 rations, which is good for 7 of us if we count the cat for just over half the trip.
Food's expensive.
I can buy
A lot of food.
my own
Yeah, I got
rations
money
for
too.
my cat and myself. So we don't need to use the party fund for that. In my opinion.
Just putting it out there. I'm okay with each of us buying our own rations as well.
So 20 days of rations would be 100 silver.
So
Yeah.
10 gold, 100 silver.
So wait, that was for 20 rations, right? Okay.
20 days worth, yeah.
Yeah, which would, if we catch some bad weather, that's cutting it short.
Yeah. So I'm going to use 100 silver or 10 gold of the party fund to buy an extra 20 just to put in the bag of holding. That's not even, I'm not even considering that like my rations. I've already removed 100 silver of my own to buy my own 20 rations, but I'm going to buy an extra 20 just, you know, because why not?
Hey, Torga,
Alright, so-
before you go buy the rations, I tossed her 100 coins. Buy some for me. I'm going to see if I can't find us some goods to ship.
Aye.
Okay. All right.
I'll throw some coin to Torga too, and I'll go with Broderick.
Okay. So, so either so Broderick or Cree, either one of you can roll an investigation check with advantage, or you both can roll. Up to you guys.
How do you want to do it?
You take advantage.
That's my line.
Heh.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Oh,
Nice.
all right. So what are you specifically looking for?
I know our group decided to not go the smuggling route, so probably spices, something lucrative and
Legal.
Easy
lucrative and
enough.
legal.
You eventually find a ship that part of the side has been broken into, and it looks like it had been smashed from the side. Still afloat, and still floating in the water, but it would be dangerous to take this ship out of port. You're not really sure how they got this far into port, but hey, as you make your way through, you see an older human gentleman, kind of like dark blonde hair, almost brown, seems to be arguing with a younger half-elf. The half-elf isn't dressed as nicely, looks to be some sort of dock worker. As you kind of listen in, you hear the older human man is saying he has stuff to deliver to Codena, and he needs a ship.
Oh, didn't mean to eavesdrop, sir, but just so happens we have a ship, and just so happens we're heading to Codena. We'd be willing to buy those spices off of you, probably for a fair price, but, you know, a little bit less than they're worth.
Yeah, he kind of sizes you up. Make a persuasion check.
21.
You're going to Codena, you say? You have a ship?
Aye. That we do.
He's our smooth talker.
I have a fair amount of cargo in here. Might go for a pretty fine price out in Codena. He pulls out what looks to be from underneath his coat a very large log. He pulls it out. Let's see. I have 10 barrels of spices. I have, and he starts listing off there's spices and different dried foods, and there's some weapons, like not really well made, but fairly well made weapons. 100 gold. I'll sell you the lot.
From my experience in probably commandeering my fair number of ships and turning around and selling a fair amount of this kind of thing, how does that price compare?
You very much could at least get 100 gold. You think you probably get it for, or probably sell everything for 150 gold?
I think we both know that's close to what I could sell it for. 50 gold and we're taking it off your hands.
I can't do 50. That's it's about what I bought it for. I can do 75 gold.
75? 70.
Yeah.
I'm waving around one of the swords going, this is cheap stuff.
Broderick, make a persuasion check with advantage, with help from Cree.
22.
70.
We got ourselves a deal.
Alright. You're unloading yourself, though. I'm not paying anyone.
Then it'll be 65.
70, and you unload it yourself.
Listen, I think we're doing you a favor. We're taking this off of your hands.
I came down from 150. I think I'm doing.
Oh,
you
no,
a
no, no.
favor.
You came down from 100. Not from 150. 150 is what it's worth.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage this time, because you're pushing him close to his profit margins here.
14.
Take it or leave it. I can probably get someone else to do it.
What do you think, Cree? Does 70 sound fair to you?
I don't know if it sounds fair, but I think we can still make a couple coin.
All right, 70 it is. And then I proceed to slowly count out 1 gold piece at a time.
He patiently sits there, just collecting his money, with a grin
At
on his
about
face.
59, Cree starts counting random numbers.
Make an intelligence check,
Who?
Roderick.
I rolled a 2. So a total of 1. Oh, man.
As you're at 59, you hear Cree go 80, 2, 6, 9. You think you count out 70 gold. It's closer to actually 75 gold. As you
snap.
lost count in the middle.
Cree, you son of a bitch.
You don't know. You think you counted the 70 gold.
Yep, and I'm just playing around in the background.
For the sake of convenience, is there the 70 gold in the party fund, Torga?
Aye.
You want to just reimburse me for that, and then
Yeah, I can take
I'll-
70 out of this.
I'll be short 5 of what I used to have.
Okay. So I'm assuming you tell Torga and everybody that you got supplies for the ship, and eventually everyone gathers it up.
I
and
come
takes it-
stumbling, lumbering, I should say, not stumbling. Well, maybe, I don't know, she likes to drink. Torga comes lumbering back onto the ship with a gigantic sack full of like 60 rations. Hey, I got our food. I'll go store it down
Jesus
below.
Christ!
I got
And
ourselves
it's
some
not-
cargo.
Well, Cree
it's
and
not
Broderick
just-
wanted me to grab theirs, so.
Yeah, it's
Right.
not just food. It's barrels of ale. It's everything that you it's like 1 barrel of water, although the water gets kind of stale, so usually you have like beer and wine, stuff that keeps really well. But yeah.
I'll store it all down below.
I'm just gonna go to the market, and I'm gonna buy 2 things.
Broderick,
One-
did you get us something to haul?
I sure did. I got us a
Did
bunch
you?
of cargo. Only bugger is we gotta
Nope.
load it.
Well, good enough. It's a good thing I've got a friend here that's super strong.
By the way,
Yeah, I'm gonna
need
figure
70
I at
gold
least
for the
humped
party
a
fund.
sack of spice or something with me.
Shimei comes back to the ship later than everyone else with Aran, and she says, we got distracted by a squirrel. I'm sorry. We got rations for ourselves.
Yeah, you would. You're adorable.
Did you
Well,
make
Not Aran. We, yes.
Yeah,
We
no,
got
we.
distracted first. I would say Jamae got distracted first.
Probably.
All right.
Maybe.
Before
So-
we leave, I'm gonna go down to the market and I'm gonna buy a few things. One, I'm gonna buy a bag of oranges, maybe a couple
Okay.
bags of oranges, and then I'm gonna buy a bottle of wine.
Okay, a couple bags of oranges, that'll run you about, and the wine will probably all run you about 1 gold. Staving off that scurvy.
And then when I get back, I hold up the oranges and say, "Make sure you eat plenty of these. I want to avoid the scurvy. Get plenty of vitamin C. Best advice I gave you all day." And I throw the bag at Torga.
As Torga catches it, she goes, "What's scurvy?"
If you
Is
eat
that-
those, you don't have to worry about it.
Just know that it's not a fun time.
But what is it? Like a disease or an animal? Do they not like oranges?
It's not a disease, but it's It's something that happens when you don't eat enough oranges. Let's just say that.
All right, and she walks away, shaking her head like, I don't understand what riding on ships has to do with eating oranges. She takes them downstairs with all the rest of the food and the ale and stuff.
Okay.
Before we go though, it'd be a shame to set sail on this thing one more time before a proper name and before a proper, before a proper send off. And I hold up the bottle of wine. We need to christen this ship.
Aye, we all taking shots.
No, you'll see what happens. But I need a name for her first.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a think of a name.
Hold on. You know where I'm going.
Cree
Random
heard shots and he walks over with a bottle of Everclear over to Torga.
So what do we have? We have, let's see, do we have ship names in here somewhere? It has to be, right?
If you Google ship name generator, it'll
Like
pop up fantasy name generator with ship name.
Guys, we should name our ship Pedro.
Pedro.
Fairly certain the menu's cutting off for me. Anyone have any good ideas? Oh, we could be here all day.
Pedro is a good idea.
Who's Pedro?
It
I
is
don't know,
literally
ask
not.
Rabbit. Maybe it's a secret lover.
I would never sleep with anyone named Pedro.
Why not? What's wrong with the name?
How about the Crimson Fortune?
How about I don't mind that one. That one's pretty good. I was gonna say something with succubus in it, since that's what we took it from.
Well,
Succubus Myra Cochra.
Excuse me? Excuse me?
Play on those.
jeez. The Crimson Fortune sounds good to me.
I like the Crimson Fortune. That's a good one. Are we in agreement?
But the ship's not crimson.
No, but
That's a metaphor.
we spilled a lot of blood to get it. It kind of makes sense.
Yeah. The blood we spilled to get this ship was.
And now we're gonna make a fortune. See?
Yeah, my blood.
Well, you're not wrong there, friend. There's a lot of it over there, and I just kind of point where he went down. That's right. Yeah, you're basically standing in it.
Bloodstain's still there.
We don't have any deckhands, do we? It's just us.
It's
Yeah,
just
us.
you guys.
Yes.
Aye, someone should probably clean that up. I'll go downstairs.
I'm
Okay,
sure
wait.
we'll be
Right, okay.
fine.
So what is this christening? Are we all taking a drink now that we named it?
No, I hereby dub thee. And I point the wine bottle at the ship, because I feel like we're in front of the ship. I didn't think we're actually on it. I dub thee the Crimson Fortune, and I just smash the wine bottle against the bow of the ship.
What did you do that for? That's a waste of
For the wife.
wine.
She's been christened.
Isn't
Oh.
wine supposed to be drunk? Drinking.
It's tradition.
Drunk.
Oh, that's
Drunk.
your tradition, okay.
Okay.
Lots of different races and people have traditions for all kinds of things, so I'll go with it. That's a good waste of
I'm
ale, though,
confused.
or wine. Alright,
Don't
well,
worry, I built stuff.
it's unfortunate, I like it.
So, is everything set?
After a couple hours of moving all of your bought rations, those ended up getting delivered because it was a lot. Everything over from the other ship that you guys brought over, you are ready to set sail.
You know, Frick, that's not how you're supposed to eat those. You're supposed to peel the orange outery bit off.
Why?
Because no one likes the orange peel. It's kind of disgusting.
I do.
He likes them.
Oh, good for you, I guess.
The way he wolfed
And
it down,
I
I would say
proceed to peel the orange and eat it. Eat it like a normal person.
the way I saw him wolf it down, it seemed pretty delicious to him.
You're not gonna eat that?
I just throw my peel over to him.
Or eat it?
I mean, now we have someone who will eat them for us.
There you go.
Nothing goes to waste, I like it.
So, eventually you all get onto the ship. Revette, standing pretty confidently
Alright,
at the poop deck.
Captain Revette, take us away. Oh, I'm sorry, Broderick, do you say that? I don't know the rules on the ship. Is Broderick the first mate? How are we? Who's the first mate?
Wasn't Cree the first mate? Or
I have no
Cree?
idea.
No, Cree wanted to be captain. He walked away pouting while you were decided the rest of it.
I
Alright.
think Rabbit decided who was the first mate before, but
I think it was Broderick.
I think it should be Broderick based on
it-
experience, maybe not personality.
Actually, I think it was Torga.
Actually, you know what? You might be right. I don't remember.
well,
What was that, Revette?
Yeah, Torga's first mate. It's what I have in my notes.
Yeah, I thought
Oh
so.
shit! Okay, I didn't write that down. All right, Captain Revette, let's take us out. Let's do this. I'm ready.
See if I ever do anything nice for anybody ever again.
Well, you know, you're like third in command, right? So if I'm not on the ship, then you're first in command, right? And if she's not on the ship, then you're like the captain. I think that's how it works, right? I read it in the book once.
So,
Like that.
I need everyone to make a ship handling check.
What?
This will be with
and
dexterity.
how do you do that?
Okay, so just a straight dex check
You're gonna
unless
roll
you're proficient, right?
a d20 plus your dexterity. Broderick and Revette, you guys get your proficiency bonus added.
So how do I do that in
Oh,
Roll20?
man.
Are we using water vehicle?
Yes, yeah.
So how do I do that in?
20 fuckers.
Nice.
Roll a d20
That's why you're the captain.
and add whatever your dexterity modifier.
You can
is.
click the word, Jamae, you can click the word dexterity on your character sheet above your dex
So
score.
I don't have to like.
No, you don't have to manually roll anything. If you just click the word
Okay.
dexterity above your, there you go, perfect.
So, in what could have been relatively bad,
Except we chose the right captain.
Yeah.
Revette, you watch as Torga goes to pull one of the safety lines on the sails, and you jump out in front of her and stop her before she can.
That one? Not that one.
Nope.
No, it's that one.
Oh, aye. What is this one for? Safety.
It's
I
if
got
like
Safety.
it's
None of us
if
know
like a
anything
ship
about ships.
or a sail catches fire, you can release it and it drops
Oh,
the entire sail
I
off
see.
the ship. Okay.
I don't want to do that. Thank you. I'm sorry. Okay, I'll pull this one instead.
We'd rather you kept that bit on.
I got my lines confused. Sorry.
All right, and you guys set sail. Okay, so it is my turn to roll to see what weather you guys are gonna encounter.
Oh,
Yes.
snap.
Oh, I
Clear
just rolled
skies.
a 98.
It's either really good or
Yeah,
really
I
bad
don't.
for
We don't
us.
really know what that means.
It's really good,
that's gonna be-
guys.
Oh,
Usually
yes.
the lower I roll, the crappier is gonna be. In what is probably the best time between Revette and Broderick that you've ever made across these oceans, and it's a pretty far away. If you guys are looking on your map, you're actually gonna go around. You're gonna go to the south and then the north, going past the Hard. Kind of keeping close to Iverul, close to the clearer waters. It is a beautiful, what did I say? 20
Month.
days?
Yeah, almost a
Yeah.
month.
Almost a month sailing. You guys stink afterwards. You
I think
guys.
Aye, not me. I got soap.
And
I got seasick.
I'm serious.
not me, I went swimming in the ocean.
Well, you probably smell like salt.
Yeah.
You want some
I
soap?
mean, you guys did have water, and you guys learned how to pee and poop off of the ship. It was
Oh
good
no,
times.
that's gonna be hard for me. My bones can't handle that. Just beer in a barrel. No one open his barrel.
overall-
Broderick's pissing off the edge of the ship and goes, "I'm the king of the world."
But overall, it's a good time. You don't run into what had destroyed the other ship in port, and you dock into Codena. At this point, it's been a while since I didn't think about this. It's been a while since you've seen Kalaya.
Yeah, it's been like a month.
It's probably safe
Yeah.
to assume we're never gonna see her again.
Over a month, actually.
But as you dock into port, how many of you have seen Codena before?
I used to live. Wait,
I've
hold
seen it.
on. Are we docking in Codena? Or are we
So you
docking...
told me.
Right, but I thought... So Codena does have, like, ports, even though... Isn't it underground? Codena's the one that's super underground, right?
So there's Codena, which is the mountain and the dwarven city beneath the mountain. But there's also a surface town and port and shipping channel, and that's how they get supplies into Codena.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Because they trade with everybody
I see.
for everything.
Getting
And
our
as
stuff
you-
in Codena might be problematic.
Say what?
I mean, where do we sell these? Like, do we have to carry all of these
I don't know.
into the mountain or something?
So Broderick, being knowledgeable, would have taken this ship manifest with him that had everything on it and said who it was going to and what it was being sold for and everything like that. You take that to the dock captain, or to the I want to say dock captain, but that's not true. It's like the head dock person.
Dock Master, I think.
Dock Master, yes, you're correct. That's the word I was looking for. They're the ones that handle all of the supplies being taken off the ship and giving you your money and everything. And you guys have almost a month to explain this and talk to each other about it. And... yeah.
I'd like to think we do some general bonding on the way over.
Yeah,
you know?
For sure. So if there's anything you guys want to roleplay in the time you go from Kala to Codena.
Yeah, I have a question. I don't mean to put you on the spot, Miss DM, but do we have any like games to play? You know, if Kree and I wanted to sit down and play a game, do we have
I always have
games?
dice.
Oh yeah, you guys have plenty of dice sets, different sets of cards, and especially on this ship, you guys actually find a whole bunch of stuff like that, like card games and dice games, stuff like
Is
that.
there a set of dragon chess?
Make an investigation check. It's chess. It's missing a few pieces, but
Oh no. Well,
it's
I mean,
chess.
it'll kind of work. Look, if we use this like silver piece for this piece and this gold piece for this piece, there we go. You just have to use your imagination. Yeah, can Kree and I gamble? And or anybody else that's involved?
Kree would not gamble on chess very much, but he would gamble on dice.
Oh, come on. I tell you what, I'll gamble on dice. I'll gamble on dice if you gamble on chess. I feel like dice is probably your game and chess is mine.
Well, I'd like to think I could play a fair game of chess myself.
I have no
Define
idea how to
that.
play chess.
Yeah, Kree
teach
would
you.
not get chess. You'd be beating him in like 4 moves every game.
I used to play all the time with my mentor. Let's do it. Who's ready? Kick all your arses.
Well, I'll take you on.
Alright, how do we do this,
Okay.
kittens?
So for chess,
Yep.
so I don't think Broderick would have ever played chess before.
I've got
I'm willing to
proficiency
learn.
in it. Let's do it. I'm
And
ready to kick
Torga
some
has
ass.
proficiency.
It's the only
so
game I have proficiency in.
It's going to be intelligence
Intelligence?
based.
Oh
So
shit. where's mine?
D20 plus your intelligence, and then Torga, you add your proficiency to it,
Now, we all know that Broderick isn't going to play this fair.
which means you have to make a sleight of hand check. If your sleight of hand check goes underneath Torga's perception, I'll give you
Oh,
advantage.
dude.
on it.
Okay, so perception.
I'd
Wait, my
also like
passive
to
perception or my active perception?
It'd be active perception.
Active?
What
Oh
did you
boy.
say?
Oh boy.
22 on the sleight of hand.
Ah, shit.
That would
You're
be
last.
advantage on the dragon chess roll.
A natural 20, -1 for 19.
Fucking balls.
Oh wait, natural.
Intelligence
It's
3?
still a natural 20 though.
Yeah, so that's auto success.
It is a close game. It is back and forth, and eventually you guys actually draw some of the rest of your party members to watch as you're kind of doing a little bit of trash talking to each other. At one point, Broderick,
Look, what's that over there?
yeah,
Wait,
and what is
never
a feat of awesomeness, you take the queen and switch it out for a pawn.
Oh, shite. I didn't even see that move coming.
I think I got you
don't
cornered.
understand. You do?
Is this what we call dragon mate?
And Torga doesn't respond. She's just like staring at the board, like trying to figure out where she went wrong. And she stares at it for like full minutes. There, and then I went there. I don't understand.
I do this cocky thing where I lean back and put my hands behind my head.
All right, well.
Can I walk over and kick the chair out from under him?
Absolutely. Broderick, make a dexterity saving throw.
Acrobatics?
No, it'd be dexterity saving throw.
I guess it's the same either way.
Yeah, and then Revette, make an attack roll with your dex.
Another
Or strength,
natural
whichever
20.
is strength. Holy shit! I'm going to, what dice are you using? I'm going to steal it.
Alright, I'm using my green die that's never done me wrong, and I'm
Oh.
also using the Percy die with advantage.
That is the green die that I hate and needs to burn.
It's never done me wrong.
You better be careful. You better be
My
careful,
goodness.
Slow. You leave kittens home alone a lot these days. You might find that green dice missing.
Oh,
Can I even bother with the dex roll then if you got a nat 20?
hey, you might get a natural 20.
Yeah, I think I used mine up for today.
Oh, almost.
It's there, but it's the wrong one.
So you do catch the chair, and as you tip it backwards, Broderick flips over and grabs it and is kind of leaning on it as you're standing there.
God, I
Like,
hate
hands
him.
on.
You'll have to get up earlier in the morning to catch me off guard.
I just don't understand. I thought I had you.
Oh, let's just say let's just chalk it up to beginner's luck.
Aye. I'll get you
I'm
next
gonna
time.
lock my ass.
Yeah, I've always been very lucky at games. I don't know what it is.
All right,
Okay.
should Kree and I? Oh, wait, were we gonna do dice then?
Dice cards. I'm proficient with dice. I'm not with cards.
I don't know much about these other games, but I'm willing to play.
Hey, so am I. It's awful boring on a ship.
Aye. All right, so what was it? What's dice then? For the roll.
Dex, I think. Right, Kree?
Would it be
Yes.
like? It almost
Yeah.
feels like that should be luck, but there's no luck skill.
That's basically the dex skill. Is
All
like
right,
the
let's.
luck
Oh,
skill.
this is gonna be terrible. Oh, hey, I rolled well.
I might try and do some shenanigans here too.
So you're doing sleight of hand?
I will be too.
Oh, that's an 8.
Okay, I need
Oh, here,
perception check from Torga, and from Kree, and from Broderick. Kree, I need a sleight of hand check from you.
This is not going to be believable, but I just hit a nat 20 on a sleight of hand.
Oh my god,
God
you
damn
guys
it,
are
guys.
really using your natural 20s.
Not
here.
me. I'm ready to crush some faces.
I'm calling my wife in the room to see it.
So, as you all sit down to play dice, Torga, at one point you notice that Broderick is trying to flip over one of his dice from a 5 to a 6, giving him 3 of a kind. And you,
Hey,
it's up to you what you
what
do.
are you doing? Don't do that. That's cheating. Put it
Oh,
back.
sorry.
I saw it.
I
It was
just
a
got
5.
It's just some twitchy hands. Is all.
I'm sure.
Sorry, it was completely
But
unintentional.
while
And then-
that's
Sorry about
happening,
that.
Kree has flipped over
Right.
4 of
Figure.
his dice to 6s without either of you guys knowing. Winning
Tor-
whatever you wanted to gamble.
Torga just looks at both of them with some weird, like, I don't like playing. She doesn't say this out loud, but it's kind of like, I don't like playing games with these guys. She gives them the fry, not sure if eyes.
While the others are playing, Jime just passes the ball of yarn with Aran sitting on the floor on the deck,
So
passing the ball of yarn.
Broderick and Kree, how much do you guys would have been willing to bet? I feel like we should maybe roll for the gold, since we didn't set anything ahead of time. What would your maximum have been that you would be willing to go?
I imagine going back and forth, we probably would have gambled anywhere between 10 to 20 gold.
You just want to roll a d20?
Yeah, I was thinking like
I
one
lost
gold a
both
hand.
games, so I'll roll 2 d20s to see how much I lost.
Do you want me to roll them, or do you want to?
Actually, yeah, Kittens, go ahead.
I rolled a 17 and a 16.
Damn. Ouch. I don't even know if I have that much. Okay, so that's what 30.
31 gold.
41?
Or
1, 2,
30.
no, 30. Yeah, 33.
33 gold.
Something like that.
I don't know. Don't make me mad.
Shit.
Yeah,
So then
33.
what's 33 minus 26? Or
7?
7's the difference. So I need to take 70 silver. Fuck, I don't have that much silver either. All right, I'm just gonna wipe out my gold and my silver and some copper, and then we'll say that I gave them their winnings.
How
Alright, so I earned 17. How much did I lose in the game of dice?
roll him a d20.
You lost 2.
Ay, shit! I went out before them and they kept playing.
18 all told. That gives me 18.
Yes.
Yep. I'll get you guys next time. This gambling shit's addictive.
It's the best.
Oh, I don't know about the best, but I can't stop. I mean, if I never win, I'm not gonna want to play again. But alright. I will study. Don't you worry.
Well, safe to say I probably drained the 2 bottles of whiskey I had with me from
Oh,
Scorch.
easily.
Yeah, and my Jaeger and Everclear is gone too.
As well as all of the ale that you guys and wine that you guys brought with you. You're
Yeah,
running
and I shared.
slow by the time you get to Codena.
Yeah, and everyone, don't forget to remove 20 rations for the trip.
Yep.
So
All
basically,
right.
whatever 20 rations you bought, just get rid of them now.
So did anyone want to do anything else?
Aye, so that was a long trip. It's been like 20 days. Does anyone need to stock up on stuff?
Yeah, a little stocking up. I'd like a nice comfy bed that doesn't sway in the water for a night.
Aye, we should
Okay.
probably find an inn.
So as you guys dock into the port of Codena, Roderick, Rivette, and Cree, I'm assuming the 3 of you are going to head this little endeavor to try and barter your supplies.
I
That would make sense.
Okay. So the 3 of you exit the ship, leaving everyone on board to kind of watch over it and make sure nothing too shady goes on. Especially in Codena, you guys know where you're at.
Oh, shit!
We have a big panther
Well,
on our ship. We don't have to worry
yeah.
about anything.
And I don't really know where I'm at. I've only passed through here as an infant.
Okay.
Yeah, wait, I'm
Um,
sorry, I tuned out for a second. Who all's going where? Because I'd like to accompany, I used to live here, so I would like to accompany whomever. That way, we have a semi-competent guide. Not that Broderick's not
Sure.
competent, you've been here, but, if two heads are better than one, right?
what's the climate in Codena? Like, is it a little bit colder? Or...
It's a so you guys. So I will get into my as you pull into the port of Codena, the outside city is mostly ramshackle shacks that aren't quite. They're made of stone, but most have kind of pieces missing. The tops of roofs are partially collapsed. It's not a nice place, but it is bustling. There are people everywhere. There are people of all races, like from halflings to full orcs to you see a couple of a succubus. You see some winged, almost devilish and demon-looking figures. Like, there are people of all walks of life in Codena. The climate of this is Relatively cold, at least compared to where you were in Iveril, which would have been like the tropical part. You're now getting into the mountains where it is a bit colder. It's not like there's snow yet, but you're probably in like, kind of like, I don't know, I can only say like Michigan fall-like weather. So Canadian fall-like weather as well.
Okay.
No snow yet, but you know,
It's nipply.
it's nipply. Uh, as you make your way to the dock master is a half orc man. His hair is he kind of has like definitely a widow peak going on, a pretty prominent one, and it falls down his back. It's greasy. His tusks are very yellowed. He has more scars on his face than it feels like he has skin, and he is completely shirtless, wearing just basically trousers, and has his arms crossed. He has several different tattoos across his chest, and seems to be giving direction to different dock workers.
Do I recognize this man at all?
Yeah, you would have worked with him a few times. This is Dockmaster Tor, Torr. He is a very gruff individual. Yeah, he is one that is hard to persuade, but you can if you try hard enough.
I shout out, "Hey, Tor, how's it been, you grumpy old son of a bitch?"
And he kind of looks over to you, big yellow teeth, his jaw kind of opens, and he just glares. Broderick,
Long time no see.
thought you were dead.
Aye, takes a lot more to keep me down than a little bit of seawater.
Unfortunately.
Or
And then the
fortunate.
servant snorts and tries to hide a smile.
What are you having for me today?
Oh, I got two things. One, I need to store our ship here. Secondly, I pull out the ship manifest. We got a list of cargo that needs taking places.
He holds out just a big, meaty hand. His fingernails are yellowed. He's just kind of a nasty individual. As he takes the manifest, he looks at it, looks over it, seems to be doing the calculations in his head. Alright, seems like you have 50 gold of cargo here.
50 gold my ass. We both know there's 150 gold.
I meant to say 150 gold of cargo. My bad.
Oh, 150. Well, I mean, let's be fair, I gotta make some money here. You gotta make some money too, but can we go 175?
Make a persuasion check.
Uh, 23.
Okay. I can do 170. Most I can go.
You know what? Just for you, I like you. We'll do 170.
Yeah. Your current arrangement still in effect. Your ship stays docked for free.
And that's why I like you.
Yeah. Surprised
just
you're
kind
doing legit shipments now.
I
Thought
go
you were
to
running
shake his
groceries.
hand and like put my left hand on his shoulder. There's a lot about me that's changed. I'm a new man. Turning over a new leaf.
He gives you the most skeptical look you could see in a pretty much expressionless half-orc. He just looks at you and he's like, right. Alright, anyway then. Enjoy Codena. And he
Will
goes
do.
off. He brings, as you guys walk back, you see there's probably like 3 dock workers that are now heading towards your ship, ready to take the cargo off and take it to where it needs to go.
Aran gets a little suspicious as them.
I was gonna go with the
Okay.
porters. I was going with the porters. I'll go back to the ship for the moment and go with them.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Make a perception check, Curry. or whoever's on the ship, I need you guys to make perception check.
Okay. Passive or active?
This would be active, so roll a d20 plus your perception.
So it's from the skills, right?
Yeah.
Shit. That wasn't good.
And then
on the
what'd you
ship,
roll?
so
Three.
he's. So
Do I need to
So
do I do a perception check for Aran as well?
yes,
He
I
has
mean,
a
you
skill.
could.
His skills
Yeah.
are perception.
Yeah, I was gonna say he should probably have some sort of advantage on like what, hearing and smell.
He wouldn't have advantage on this just because.
It's not hearing or smell.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he
More
has a
sight-based.
+4 in perception. So.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. So Rick, you actually, yeah, you're the only one who notices this. You notice as you're on the ship, one of the porters has taken something and stuffed it into his coat.
when I see him do that, like he took something from the ship and put it in his coat.
You can only assume you watched him take something and put it into his coat.
Sort of slink up to him and I snap at him like I take a bite. Like I don't actually like bite him,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I snap my jaws at him. I say sticky fingers.
Make an intimidation check. I'll give you advantage on this.
Don't fuck with the lizard man.
Nice.
Oh, boy.
19.
Thank God for the advantage.
Oh.
What's up? What's up?
Nope, you're good. I think that was a reaction
Oh,
to his
okay.
roll.
So as you watch snaps, and at this point, Aaron, the panther, kind of slinks up
Yeah.
behind him, noticing that Thrick is kind of making an intimidating move, and starts growling as well. And the guy seems to drop something that had been in one of the barrels. And as you're looking at it, it is a white powdery substance.
What's that?
I pick it up.
Okay. It's in a package, like a almost like a plastic package.
I mean, if it's some kind of drug, Thrick wouldn't know what it was.
No.
Can I smell it? Does it smell like anything?
It smells kind of almost acidic. It's very powdery, so you don't want to get too close, or it'll go up your nose, like as you sniff it. It's kind of acidic smelling.
I don't think Jimmy would know anything about it as well.
What is this?
I have no idea.
I asked the guy.
I just found it in the barrel as the barrel just kind of popped open, and I found it and I took it, and I don't.
Why did you take it?
I don't know. It wasn't on the manifest, so I thought I could make some money.
Well, if it wasn't on the manifest, it's not part of the sale.
Yeah.
I didn't think anyone would miss it.
Of course we will miss it. It's our cargo, whatever it is.
Cree, you would probably know what this is. I feel like in your
Yes.
travels.
Yes, I would at least. I don't know exactly which kind of stuff it is, but I have an idea.
It's definitely drugs. You definitely had drugs in your normal supplies that you were taking.
For a break.
It was one of the sealed barrels that it had been hidden in.
Can I look in the other barrels and see if there's any more?
Make an investigation check.
Are we
I will
there
help.
yet? Are we back yet? Or are we?
I'd say about now you're just coming onto the ship. You find so this is probably a bigger package, probably about like I don't know, like the size of like 2 hands almost. And about that, it's just skinny. And then you find 2 much smaller packages. These ones are a different color. These are red crystals. These are like the size of like a cup, like the bottom of a cup, and they're just thin packages of red crystal.
Do I suspect that
Didn't-
they are
didn't
also
we
drugs?
agree? Didn't we agree not to smuggle anything?
I don't know how much Thrift would know about the drug trade. Talking to Cree knows they're definitely drugs.
Yeah, and did Broderick just say he came back too?
Broderick and Revette and Torga are just coming onto the ship.
What's this I hear about drugs? It's news to me.
I mean,
Didn't
that
we
wasn't
agree
part of
that
our
no
original
smuggling?
deal. It
I
wasn't
look
part
at
of our original deal.
I look at the bag of white powder and I say, I want to make sure this gets taken to the proper authorities, and I put it in my bag.
Oh,
don't
right,
give it to
shit,
you.
you will.
I don't give it to you.
Oh, I thought it was just laying down. Still, no, you
No,
still.
I have the powder in there.
Frick has all the drugs.
Yeah.
All the drugs.
I'll
This
tell you
man who
honestly,
eats orange peels has all the drugs. We should probably get them from him.
Tell you honestly,
Not
this time, this is news to me too. I had no idea they were in these barrels.
What is this?
Yeah, I'm completely vouching for Broderick.
Right, well, I don't trust you, and I point at Broderick, but the bird I have nothing against. So why are they on our ship?
That's a good question.
Well, it's probably fair to say anything coming to Codena is at least going to be a little bit risky. So maybe this merchant that we bought this shit from was just trying to increase his profit margins a little, or
Why
someone
didn't
was
you
using
check
him
what
to
was
increase
on
their
the
profit
ship?
margins.
I was gonna say if the other guy knew about it, he wouldn't have gave us such a good deal though.
He probably
Yeah.
wouldn't have. I bet someone was using him for smuggling, completely unbeknownst to him.
So someone's gonna come looking for this eventually.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Alright, so rule number 1 from now on, when we get stuff we're taking from one place to another, we should probably check it.
It's not a
Yes.
bad idea.
Not a bad idea.
Is this illegal here?
Oh no, Codena?
Nothing's
Everything's
illegal in
illegal.
Codena.
Nothing is
Yeah.
illegal in Codena.
It's like the Omega of
Yes.
Codena. Or of,
The
Uh,
only thing illegal in
Corvania.
Codena is ratting people out for stuff that's illegal.
Yeah, stitches get stitches.
That's not necessarily true
That's
either.
not-
Like you just gotta do it the right way. Like you just gotta write out the right people to the right people. Maybe like you can pit the gangs against each other, but yeah.
Yeah.
There's not a lot that's. I don't think there's anything that's illegal in Codena. Like the slave trade is actually pretty a big deal here. There's a lot of illegal shit that happens.
Well, needless to say, we should probably do something about this. Do we want to try selling it? Do we want to hang on to it? I know, and I'm kind of looking at the white bag, and I'm like, I wouldn't say no to a sniff or two of that myself.
Well, it depends on
No.
time. They are.
I still say someone's gonna come looking for it, and we can maybe make some kind of deal with them. Maybe put it in the bag for now.
They be expecting this with the shipment? Where's the shipment going?
Yeah, where is the shipment going? We talked to the dockmaster, but
And we had the manifest all that time. It has information on it too.
Yeah, it's being sold in the market below, by oh shoot. You guys are asking questions. I have the name here.
Mr. X.
Yeah.
Mysterious mystery.
It is a shipment actually going to Codena's quote-unquote queen, the kind of figurehead, Varla Asram.
Varla
So
with
the
a
queen
V.
is using drugs.
Varla with an F.
F.
So the
got-
queen is using drugs.
Wait, the queen?
So, interestingly enough, the queen, she is one of the, she's kind of the public eye. She, in her time in Codena, she kind of made her way up She's not actually queen. She doesn't actually have any rule, but she's one of the heads of the gangs, and she has given herself the name the Queen of Codena. Does she have any nobility? Absolutely not. Is she a dwarf? No, but she's just one of those higher up figures. One that definitely stays in the public more than the others.
Kittens, you made an Arya to Loke.
I did,
I'm so
just
excited.
for you, Beach.
That's so cool.
If these are going to the queen, what do you say we deliver them personally?
Okay, so Kittens, can you type her name in chat? Just so we all have it.
Yeah, because I missed your last name.
Yeah, I put Austin something in my notes. Farla, right?
Farla Osram.
I definitely used OS.
She
Yeah, so did I.
is actually a drow. White-haired drow. If you've spent your time in Codena, you would have seen her before. She has really grayish skin, and she has white tattoos all over her face. I imagine kind of like the Dalish in Dragon Age kind of tattoos, or like the lyrium tattoos in Dragon Age 2. Kind of all around her face and on like her collarbone and all the way down her back.
Wait, did somebody say this shipment was going to Farla?
Aye, they are.
And it had drugs in it.
What do we say? What do you say we
That's
deliver
not
this
very
part of it
surprising, is
personally?
it? I mean, we can, yeah. I don't think I've
So,
ever met her. This is
shall we
exciting.
While we're
collect all of
traveling,
the
they should
mysterious
definitely go in
packages?
the. While we're traveling, they should definitely go in the bag of holding.
Oh, you're gonna make me
fine with
hold the
that.
drugs. Alright, I guess
I
so.
feel like someone's gonna jump us. You're the last person they're gonna jump.
I mean, that's a fair point. Alright, fine. Okay, so
Alright.
Kittens, what would you like me to write?
Uh,
How
you-
much drugs do I have?
You have
All the drugs.
You have a pound. It's a lot of the white powder, and then you have 2 handfuls of red crystals. I guess would be the.
Okay. Alright. Her brow, Torga's brow starts sweating as she's putting them in the bag of holding.
Don't
Okay.
worry, they're not illegal here.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I guess you're right. Never been much
So
of
are
a
we all
person that
are
goes
we all
against the law.
going to meet this queen?
Have I met her before?
No, I wouldn't say any of you have met her. You've seen her. She tends to hang out in the 4th district. So there's 5 districts to Codena. The first being the slums. So once you enter the large mountain, you start going down. The first part is all of the slums. The second part, as you go through the slums, there's a staircase leading to the black market, and kind of the second district, the market district, where you can buy anything. When you go even further down, there's the residential district, where kind of like the almost higher class of people live. And then below that is the 4th district, which I have lovingly named the party district. This is
The
where
deeper you
can-
go,
Yeah,
the nobler you become.
you can drink to your heart's content, you can party to your heart's content, you can get any sort of, if you want to gamble, you can gamble. Like, this is the place to do it. And then below
It's
that,
Las Vegas on drugs.
Yeah.
right.
Underground Las
and-
Vegas.
And then
Oh,
below
gosh.
that is the almost VIP district. These are the people. So this is where Farla usually spends her time in the 4th district, but she lives in the 5th district. That's where the heads of all the gangs are. That's where the original dwarves that founded Codena live. And then there is the 6th district, which is a rumor of a treasure room that houses all of Codena's money, which would be substantial because black market. And then below
what
that
are we
is how you get to the Underdark.
Are we going to take drugs to the queen?
We should get a room too while we're passing through.
And are we all leaving the ship?
Aye, it should be safe here. Well, as well, just don't make sure you don't leave any valuables on it.
I mean, last time you guys were awake, someone tried to steal
Aye.
something from us, so
I
I think we need to do something about it.
About what?
About people trying to steal stuff. Because last time 3 of us were away and someone tried to steal something.
Is there a lock to the bottom of the boat?
I mean, you guys have moved so that the plank that you climb up has been lifted off and taken off.
Oh, so no one can get onto it without like jumping or something crazy.
Right.
Okay.
So right now it would be, take a thief to get onto here, like a really well-trained thief to kind of jump onto the boat, or someone to try and sneak into the boat.
We should see about.
Will the dock people like keep an eye out? Should we ask?
Well,
Nothing on the
Roderick
boat
would
now.
know.
All the valuables are sold, right?
Yeah, most of you guys have taken your valuables with you.
Yeah, I feel like we don't have anything other than maybe rations on the ship. Nothing I would worry about.
But I wouldn't want people to steal our rations or anything else from us.
Well, neither
Well,
would
there's
I,
not much
but
of them left
it's
either.
gonna happen. If it happens, it happens.
You do know that the dock people do tend to watch over the ships,
Yeah, that's what
but
I
it's
asked.
Codena. It's also Codena. It's a place where thievery is very rampant, and it's not unheard of for people to have stuff stolen from them. But the dock people try to keep that under wraps. They have reputations to keep.
Aye, so, I used to live here, and I'm sure Ravette and Broderick can back me up, but I would recommend everybody kind of keep an eye on your coin purse. Maybe even take some of it and put some of your gold into your backpack so that it's not all in your coin purse unless just in case your coin purse gets stolen. This place is not friendly.
Here's what I
That
would
would
like
be
to do.
always for Cree. Cree's money is always in separate spots. If you get some, you're not getting all of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have on my side a big hefty coin purse filled with my copper and silver, and then somewhere hidden away in my backpack I'm gonna have all my gold. So it looks like I got a shit ton just hanging on my side. It's really not a whole lot.
But why would you make yourself a target? That doesn't make no
Well, if
sense.
they're gonna take something, they're gonna take something.
Yeah, that's not a bad point. I feel like the logic is flawed a little
Let's
bit,
take
but
something, we can hit them.
I can't tell why.
Okay,
Why don't you just fill it with rocks?
Do you help everyone kind of store their valuables in hidden places? Where
I'm
they
gonna
can
put my
use
entire coin purse in Aegis's chest, in his
I'm
abdomen.
going to. I have
slot.
a backpack, so I'm going to put my stuff in there.
Okay.
Yeah, Cree would
Coins and
naturally
all
do that with his criminal background.
And so would prevent Thrick. What would Thrick be doing?
I mean, his robes are covered in like bones, and the pockets are all like filled with like really weird shit, like snails and you know what I mean. So I think
So it's like a
hard-
gamble.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be
Really?
hard to find it, but if anyone tells him,
Someone
to
tries
hide
to
his
pick
gold-
your pocket and they got a snail in there.
Yeah, he would like
Ooh,
hide
nasty.
his coin purse in like his like the fins that are retracted on his neck.
Okay. All right. So, you stow everything away as you make your way through the outer city of Codena. Again, there's a lot of people working. There's a lot of blacksmithing happening. But most of the people here look relatively poor. There's a lot of farmers. As you look out, this is where most of the farmland is, where food is grown. And there's the large mountain in front of you. Inset in the large mountain are 2 black iron doors. On it, there are several different symbols, all different, each representing some of the different gangs that have made their way here. Make a perception check or an investigation check, Roger. These iron doors are guarded by 6 guards. 2 half-orc, 4 dwarves.
2 half-elves and 4 dwarves.
You said that
You said that
a lot of
this is like
slavery in
between
this
the
town?
slums and the black market.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Is this like between the slums and the black market? This
This
outpost?
is, you haven't gotten into Codena yet. You haven't gotten to the slums yet. This is the outer city where this is where most of the farmers live, that sort of thing. Where dock workers live, not the inner city of Codena yet.
Jim, what was
Okay.
what was your question?
Yeah,
You said that the slavery is a big thing here.
yes.
Do we see slaves? Is it like
Make a
people
perception check.
of Codena hold slaves?
Make a perception check. You see maybe one person that might be a slave. They currently have manacles on their wrists and are walking through the street with a heavily armored man behind them. Other than that, you really don't see anyone.
Jimei has sneers at the slaves because she doesn't
Yes.
like slavery at all.
I can almost
has a-
imagine.
Displeased face.
I can almost
Expression.
imagine that lizard folk are common slaves, just because like it'd be easy to steal their eggs and they're pretty primitive.
Mhm.
When Janae hisses, I'd be like, whoa, whoa, that's only a fight you can fight from the shadows, not so overtly.
Don't worry, I won't attack. I just dislike it very much.
We're pretty much in the criminal underworld of all of Corvania here. It's not a great place, but I mean, depending on who you are, I'm sure Broderick likes it a lot. And I kind of give a snicker.
You used to live here.
I know, it's not a great place. It's there's not too many laws to keep people in check. There's lots of
slaves.
Yes, they do. No, we didn't know. No, we were not rich enough for slaves. Not that we would have them anyway, but we don't have any servants or anything. We were not rich enough. But lots
You
of
sell
people have
drugs?
them. No, my father was a blacksmith. Or is, kind of.
Kind of.
Hey, it's a long
Yeah,
story.
what do you mean, kind of?
It's I mean, we used to be a noble family, but it's here in the dwarven culture. If your offspring can't carry on your legacy, with my condition, I couldn't really be a blacksmith. It's a lot of hammering, and my arms would break. So we were stripped of our nobility and kind of pushed here to Codena, and we lived in the slums. He still does blacksmithing, but it's more like it's more like kind of a side job, He does a lot
You
of
don't have
mining.
siblings?
No, I don't. Nope, it's just me. Anyway, I didn't mean to bring the party down, but he does some blacksmithing on the side, but we were never rich enough to have like servants or slaves or anything like that. But it's very popular here.
So
Well, I
what
mean-
you're saying is when we talk to anybody, we're just here to visit your family.
Oh, Torga kind of gives a nervous look around. I really don't know. I mean, I want to find them before we leave, but I'm kind of nervous. I don't know if I want to find them just yet.
I suppose that part's up to you, but we got a meeting with the Queen first. After that, though, if you need to talk, I think we'll understand.
We'll see.
Okay. So as you walk up to the
Codena
guard,
looks a lot like Ozama.
yeah, it's a
And Cree
shade
could have meant
or
more for a cover story.
Say what?
Cree was more talking about a cover story as we talk to anybody as we're going through town.
Yeah, like why are we here?
Not whether we
are
actually go to
here.
see your family.
We can't
Oh,
just say we
yeah.
are going to bring drugs to the Queen. We can't say that.
Sure, yes. We can use it as a cover
Are
story,
you
sure.
sure we can't? That's what I was going to say.
You should find an inn.
Aye.
Okay.
A nice one.
So as you enter into the city, the first thing you see are more ramshackle buildings, and this is the size of a mountain, and that's how far you see these kind of ramshackle buildings. There are great black plumes of smoke as you enter into the main chamber. There are guards sort of patrolling the streets. They're a little more like thugs as they're patrolling. They seem to be, at least a few of them, taking money from the poorer people, like at least a few copper. If they don't have it, they seem
So are they like debt
taking,
collectors or something?
similar to debt collectors. And Codena has quite the population. Like, this place is packed with people, and it's almost claustrophobic being underground. And you can see, like, there's a very large carved out pile of rock above it. So it's not like there's any lack of air or anything. It's just, it's very cramped. There's a lot of people begging. And as you kind of, as you're walking through the streets, the staircase that leads down to the black market is on the other side of the slums. There's the main central road that you can walk. That's actually relatively well kept compared to the rest of the city. You see kind of streetwalkers, a few dwarven, a few half-elven, a few human women.
I'm nervous.
That are very, very skinny. You see a lot of very dirty children running around. What you'd expect for the slums of a giant city look like.
So would a freedom-minded cat like myself not be like, would be really anxious in here, I think.
It's very closed off.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's not necessarily under guard. Like,
but it's still like feels.
There's still a hierarchy. Like, there's still you are either a little person or you are a big person. If you are a little person, you're gonna get beat up by the big person.
While they're walking, Jemay keeps her hand in Aran's neck fur and tries to calm herself down just in case. She doesn't like.
I should probably point out one other thing. If anyone asks, Aegis is a man. You know, we have to play it off as a group, like he's a human that is mute. Maybe like my brother or something, you know. It's a long story. I can maybe explain parts of it later, but he's a man, alright?
He's a man who likes wearing his armor. Understood.
He loves his helmet, and he's mute, so he can't talk.
It's a very nice looking helmet. I'd wear it all day if I had one just like it.
I know, right? Dwarven helmets are the best.
After it takes about an hour to walk through the slums.
Oh, Torga, mind if I sniff some of that white powder? This is pretty depressing.
No, why would I let you do that? It's drugs.
So I'm not as depressed.
Well, I mean, I get that, but we're trying to sell it. I don't want to taste the product. I don't know. I don't do this.
Oh, they wouldn't miss a little bit off the top.
I think it's a bad idea. Just keep going. We need you sharp. You're basically our talking. You're our talking person.
From what I understand, I think that'll make me a whole hell of a lot sharper.
I doubt that.
I don't think it's a good idea. And I look around to everybody else.
Not a good idea.
I agree.
Don't give it to them.
Sorry. I think the team has spoken.
You're all a bunch of downers. Alright, let's keep going.
Let's just go find an inn. Maybe we can get some drinks and just kind of get our heads about us.
There are inns in the slums. They're not very nice inns. Are you looking for somewhere nicer?
Yeah.
Okay. So, take about an hour to walk through the slums until you see a large, extravagant spiral staircase that leads down. as you walk down the staircase, and there's people, like I said, of all different kinds that you see around here. So honestly, you don't stick out that much, comparatively. The next floor that you go
Not
to.
even my panther?
No, there's definitely there's people that have animals all around.
Wow.
Yeah, it is a place for all types. As you go to the lower floor, this is the market floor, the second district. The start of the district is mostly people hawking their wares. That's a lot of copper, Thrick. I would say probably for the hour walk, probably about 100 copper if you have it.
Yep.
Okay, probably about 100.
Brooke, what are you doing? You're gonna give all your money away.
Coins.
Oh, yeah. Does someone want to take this? I don't know if I know how to explain this. It's something I've always kind of grown up with. Listen, Thrick. There's gonna be a lot
If you're going to help everyone, if you're going to help everyone, you're going to be more poor than they are.
Yeah, Kree goes, yeah, some of them live in better places than you ever have. They just dirty themselves up. Some of them are actually poor, but you can't tell which is which.
Aye, some of them might actually be slaves, but some of them might just be people that gambled all their money away and now they have no home. You know, and you're just gonna give them a piece of copper and they're gonna go gamble it. So, you know, I mean, it's good. I like where your heart is at, but maybe not every one of them, you know?
How do I choose?
Dorgan kind of looks around at everybody else.
I don't know. Just your point. It's your choice. But
Well,
keep it
if
all
you
in
want,
your purse if I were you.
Yeah, I mean, it's your choice. You do what you want with your own money, but you're gonna go broke, friend.
Children
Aye, that's a good. Aye.
Children.
and the old people.
If there are elderly, maybe, and then beggars with children. Aye.
Children and old.
Yes.
That's a good place to start.
Okay.
All right. So as you make your way down to the black market, you.
Now that we're down here, I'm actually gonna take my sunglasses off for the first time in a long time.
Yeah. You take your sunglasses off now that you're in the technically in the Underdark, I think. Technically, I don't know. Dwarven cities tend to be like that sort of layer of like in between. Technically, I can talk like jester too. Technically. Anyway, as you get down to the black market, the first kinds of things you see are the more mundane items, the crafted swords, selling food, selling spices. As you get deeper, you get into different kinds of alcohol being sold.
It's,
to grab a...
You know, there's some things that are good to be backed with Codena, especially the alcohol.
There's a lot of different kinds of alcohol.
I go up to a merchant who's offering shish kebabs. I'll take one of them.
Hey, a silver piece. He hands you a kebab of very strange meat and a few veggies.
That
Very
seems
good.
suspicious. That meat.
Oh, it'll be fine.
You may just like sniffs around.
The kinds of creatures you find down here aren't like the ones you find up on the surface.
That smell
Yeah.
quite nice.
If we're shopping while we're moving, I definitely buy a bottle of booze somewhere.
Okay. Depending on how nice of a bottle of booze you want, there is anywhere from like a copper piece for a big flagon of ale that's thick and nasty to a gold piece for a really nice bottle of wine. Or halfway in between.
Somewhere in between for a bottle of like cheap whiskey kind of thing.
For like 2 silver pieces, you can get a bottle of an amber looking liquid. The seller promises that it will knock your socks off, or because you're not wearing socks, a few feathers.
Rabbit, are you okay?
Doing fine. Just don't worry about it.
Your tail is giving you away.
I'm aware of my tail.
I'm just saying because I have the same problem.
What
I mean, I have some rope if you want to tie it.
what
to your
does
leg
what
or
does
something.
Revette's body language say with a 15 insight check?
How high? She's very clearly uncomfortable with being in. She's just uncomfortable.
You end up making your way past kind of the alcohol and more into the shadier part. As
Someone
you
have
walk,
some mulled mead.
yeah,
I would love
absolutely.
some mulled mead.
I'd say probably about a silver piece will get you some mulled mead.
I look for like a staff merchant.
Absolutely. As you walk by, actually more towards the beginning, there are all different kinds of weapon merchants with very
We
well-made staffs.
love shopping.
So could I find like a quarterstaff +1?
That would actually be coming up, so not quite yet. As you go, you're looking, and there's nothing that's really different than what you have currently. So you make your way past the alcohol, and there are people selling what would be considered magical items.
Shite, I lost all my money out gambling on the ship.
There are adventurers selling different crazy legendary items that that they found in different ruins. You notice a few different enchanters are a little bit shadier, but have enchanted weaponry. There's, again, if there's something you want, if Codena doesn't have it, they can get it for you very quickly.
I have an idea. Give me 1 second, and I would like to walk up to one of the enchanters.
Okay.
And see if I can get something of mine enchanted.
Okay. What kind of enchantment?
So I'm looking for, and I pull out a flagon, and I'm like,
Okay.
all right, so I have this idea, or a tankard. Sorry, not a flagon. I guess it's the same thing. Yeah, I pull out a tankard because I have 2 in my inventory, and I'm like, so here's what I'm thinking. Is there any chance you can maybe enchant this mug so that it can always keep the beverage inside of it cold?
And you go up to what looks to be a very old elven lady. She has white hair, a hunchback. Her teeth are starting to get a little yellowed, but she's currently smiling at you. Yes, I think that could be done.
How much would that run me?
Let's see. For the enchantment of what would be
I don't know. I'm pulling this one out of my ass, kind of like Not's
yeah.
unending flask.
Yeah. Well, that one's like a create water type of.
Oh.
The
Think about that.
Does prestidigitation heat or cold things? Cool things?
That's what I was looking for. I'm thinking it's gonna cost you. Where is the what I want here? Spell scrolls.
Sorry. Prestidigitation does chill, warm, or flavor up to 1 cubic foot of non-living material for 1 hour.
Okay. Yeah, so I would say like a prestidigitation, so like a common enchantment can run you. Sorry, I'm flipping through my book. Probably run you about 75 gold pieces.
Aye, it's not bad. All right, I tell you what. I would like to have that done. At least to this one. I'd like kind of hand out my flagon.
She kind of takes it in her kind of gnarled grasp.
How long would that take?
I haven't done this before, so I'd say give me 2 days.
Hey everyone! You think we'll be here for 2 days?
Well, unless someone runs us off. I was thinking we'd be here for at least 2 days, yeah.
Alright, I will come back in 2 days then.
And I will require an advance deposit of half the amount of gold.
Alright, so you said 75, right? So like
Yeah, so half of 75 gold.
35?
55,
37?
37, yeah. Mark that you've paid that too.
Mm-hmm. Alright, I guess I'll be back in 2 days. I'm very excited. It's a pleasure doing business with you. Oh, I'm sorry, what was your name again? I don't think I caught it.
Alia.
I'm back. Did I miss something?
Alright, yes, I'm getting an enchanted mug. It's gonna keep my ale cold.
Also at this vendor, you do see a +1 weapon. Let me flip to +1 weapon, guys. Sorry. I think that's it's an uncommon.
I know there's an item called Wand of the War Mage that lets you add to your ranged spell attacks, Thrick. I wonder if there's something equivalent with a staff.
One of the War Mage.
Yeah, that Leo had one of those,
Yeah.
and it let him have higher attack rolls.
I mean,
So ignore half cover.
Looking.
oh, damn. That's nice. Broderick, I mean, it's only 75 gold. I have another tankard. If you want to front the gold, we'll get them both enchanted.
Oh, we'll see. I actually have a bit of a custom job I'm looking to have done to these sunglasses, so we'll see what that leaves me with.
Fair enough.
Don't see anything. I don't see why you couldn't have a Wand of the War Mage enchantment put on a staff instead. So it'd be like it'd be basically a +1 weapon for magic.
Then it also, if it's a War Mage enchantment, then it's a +1 to your spell attack rolls, and then you ignore half cover.
Yes. And it's an
boost.
That?
Oh, I don't think it comes with any damage boosts.
it'd probably cost you about 400 gold pieces to have that commission.
What about just a quarterstaff +1?
It'd be about the same. They're both uncommon.
Okay.
Maybe a little less. Maybe like 325 for the quarterstaff.
So kittens,
What's up?
I had a question.
What's up?
Would it be possible to get armor for Aran?
If you have it commissioned, yeah, I think so.
How much would it cost?
Depends on who you talk to and who you can find.
Mm.
You're looking for an armor store?
Maybe we will find someone in Codena.
Yeah, do you want to make an investigation check for me?
Yeah, sure. Investigation is bad.
Hey guys, it's a shopping episode.
You know what's funny is I muted my mic earlier and looked right into the camera and was like, we love to shop. This actually happened with the last campaign too, so it's not really anything different.
We
All
love
right.
to shop
If
with
we're
a
all-
bag of holding full of drugs.
Right?
Right.
All
Okay.
right. If I'm gonna take a pee break real quick while we're all shopping and stuff. BRB.
Sounds good. So
Right.
depending
Chat, I'll
on
be right
what
back.
you wanted to get, it would be similar
Like
to
leather
the
armor
armor.
or something like that.
So like a leather armor. So that would be
something that would make him. Like,
What's his normal AC?
12.
12. Okay, what's his dex modifier?
15, so +2.
+2 it's currently 12. So if you wanted, so I'd say making it for a panther would add probably an extra 20 gold pieces onto the price. So if you wanted just standard leather armor, that would get the Panther's AC up to 13. If you wanted to go, and that would end up costing you, what I say, an extra 20. So 30 gold pieces for standard leather to get the AC up to 13, or it would be 65 for studded leather to get it up to 14.
65.
Mm-hmm.
So did I find a shop?
Yeah, with your investigation, you do find a shop. This crazy haired gnome is currently working with leather, seemingly of an odd variety, trying to make armor so that wings would be able to go through it, it looks like.
Okay.
Hi, how can I help ya?
So I have my friend over here, and I point at my panther friend.
Kitty, hi! My name's Rosie.
His name is Aran, and Aran lets out a meow, meow. Something along the lines of that. And I would like to commission a studded leather armor for him. Would you be able to do that?
Well, actually, and she's kind of looking over, with your investigation, I could actually make a hide armor. Now that I'm looking closer, a hide armor is a little bit cheaper. It's a little bit bulkier, but I think he could handle it. That'll probably run you about 30 gold pieces to have that commissioned.
And how much would that raise?
That would be a 14 AC.
Okay.
Because it's a medium armor.
And how much was it? Gold?
30 gold pieces.
So that sounds great. I would love to buy that.
All right. Well, it'll take me a little while. I got to get certain measurements. Make sure Aran does not hit me or did not bite me while I do this. Okay.
Yeah.
And she's currently measuring like around his neck and everything.
Aran is really, really nice and stays on his place, but looks annoyed.
This will probably take me at least a couple days. This is a custom job. I do have other custom jobs I'm currently working on. Not a ton.
It's completely fine.
All right, sounds good.
Do you want the payment up front?
Yeah,
or?
She does ask for half payment up front, 15 gold.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. I will be back.
All right, perfect. Okay. All right. So, anything anyone else is looking for?
Yes.
Yes.
I found the perfect item for.
Okay.
In Xanathar's Guide to Everything, there is a hat called the Hat of Vermin. It has 3 charges. While holding the hat, you can use an action to expend one of its charges and speak a command word that summons your choice of a bat, frog, or rat.
What is its rarity?
It's a wondrous item and it's common.
Oh, it's a common wondrous?
Yeah, that's probably in that collection of like goofy magic items from Xanathar's, right? That doesn't really do anything for combat.
Hey, Slow.
She needs her book.
I need my Xanathar's book. You have it.
It's on page 137. All the common magic items in Xanathar's are wondrous, I think.
Yeah, I think so. But let me just look, because I know Xanathar's actually has a table for how much things cost, but Slowhead took my book just making shit up. Because Slow steals my books sometimes. Okay. So talk amongst yourselves for a minute.
Hey, so you're getting armor for your cat?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I mean, he has to have something to protect himself, so.
Oh, of course.
Listen, I wouldn't want him to get hurt.
Listen, if you want something made of metal, I mean, not right now, obviously. You've already got this one coming, but in the future, if you want an upgrade, I mean, I don't know when we'll be back to Codena, but my father's a blacksmith. I might be able to get you a discount.
Yeah, I was thinking about metal, but I think it would hinder his
Stealth.
agility.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It might hinder
stealth
his
as well.
stealth capabilities a little bit.
Yeah. So I wouldn't want to do that because
Good point.
Okay, so
he's stealthy in nature.
I'm looking. To buy it, it looks like it's going to be magic item price is going to be 1d6 plus 1 times 10.
Oh, that's not bad.
5 plus 1, so 6 times 10, so 60 gold pieces.
I will buy it.
Okay.
Can you describe what this hat looks like?
Oh, it's a hat?
The hat.
Okay, so
Yeah, and when you say the summon word, it summons the vermin in the hat.
oh, okay. All right, hold on. What page was that on? Can I have it? Oh,
37.
okay, never mind. 37.
Maybe it's like a really nice bowler hat. Like
Okay. I was thinking. Have you watched Harry Potter? Okay. Do you know the Neville's grandma's hat that goes on to Snape from the Boggart's closet?
Yeah.
That's what I'm imagining.
Vaguely.
It's crazy. It's almost like a bird sits on top of it, and it has crazy feathers going out of it.
It's in the third movie when they're dealing with that cupboard
Yeah.
that releases something that shows them their worst fears.
It's literally like a hat with a bird on it. That's incredible. Yeah.
The only thing I can think of is it's got a crazy like black bird on it that definitely has these beady red eyes that just seems to always look at people without ever moving.
Yeah. So
Are you actually
Rick-
going to wear that?
Frick rejoins the group and he's got this dope hat on.
Oh my god.
Is that a bird?
Is the bird alive? I think it looked at me. Oh, it's not.
Looking good, Rick.
Well, that's certainly one word for it.
You're very fashionable.
I take the hat off and I whisper into it, and then I pull a big frog out of it and I eat it.
Oh, Jesus!
You
Oh, that's
watch.
awfully convenient.
All right,
As
I'm
he
gonna keep
whispers-
walking.
He whispers
The
over,
novel
and
lunchbox.
this slimy toad comes out, and he picks it up by his leg. And as he does, like blood kind of dribbles down his scales, and there's definitely some guts going on. It's nasty. All right, who's next for magic items?
I wasn't prepared for this, so not me.
Okay.
Plus, I
You
gambled
know
all my
his-
money
Yeah,
away.
I mean, if I see something, I'll take a look at it. A scimitar, but that's about all I'm looking for.
A scimitar. Make an investigation check.
Three total.
You don't see any specific scimitars that would really work for you. You do see some short swords, some long swords, but nothing that really catches your fancy.
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, I've got an idea. Can I find anybody selling just regular stuff? You know, just regular,
Yeah.
like a general store. I'm looking for signal whistles.
Signal whistles.
Signal whistles. They are in the regular adventuring gear in the PHB.
Yeah, that's easy enough. However much they cost.
1, 2, 3,
Yeah, I'll
4,
follow them and I'll just
5,
restock my rations.
5, 6, 7. Right? There's 7 of us in the party. I'm gonna buy 7 signal whistles.
Well, technically 6.
Wait. 2, 3. Oh well.
Without Kalaya.
Okay, I buy 6 then.
Oh,
Yeah, there's actually something called the Horn of Silent Alarm, which is like whenever you blow it, only those who you want to hear it. So it'll probably cost you a coin.
I'll go with the signal whistle for now, just because I didn't know that was a thing. All right, so I need 30. So 5 copper, so 30 copper.
okay.
I'm marking that down, and eventually, when I could rejoin the group, I have this like handful of Aegis is carrying these whistles in his hands, and I kind of I go around to each one of you and I say, "Hey, look, I bought you all something. These are signal whistles. I figure since we're kind of like a team now, just in case, you know, we get split up and anyone it gets in trouble, you know, you can blow the signal whistle and, you know, it's like a way that we can make sure that, you know.
It's like, help, help, I'm in trouble.
What's it sound like?
It's very kind of you.
So, Kree tries to mimic it instead of taking one. He tries to make the same sound.
Okay, make a performance check. Just for the first one.
23.
So,
Easy enough, it sounds
Aye.
identical to the whistle.
Oh, that was louder.
so when
That's
I'm blowing the whistle, I can't actually whistle because I don't know how to whistle. So when I'm blowing the whistle, I will say, Jimei is blowing the whistle. And I
Okay.
will not whistle.
No, that's fine. I mean, I don't know if any of us will actually whistle, but yeah, that's fine. Well, I guess I'll keep yours then, Kree. Are you sure you don't want it?
Hold on to it for now.
All right, I will. All right, so everyone, you can probably find the signal whistle in the compendium if you want to drag one into your character sheet.
All right. So as you continue on past,
I was
oh,
looking for
oh.
someone selling goggles or enchanted glass.
make an investigation check.
Oh, your glasses. I was like, enchanted glass.
15.
Yeah, you do find someone. He seems to be almost like a glass blower.
I didn't realize.
But is
That's
has
where we were going with
what looks
this.
to be arcane runes laid out around him, and as he blows the glass, he puts it down and puts his hands on the side and seems to enchant it with something.
Boy, I have to say, I've been looking for someone like you all day. My name's Broderick, and I hold my hand out.
Nice to meet you, Broderick. I'm Sam. He's a human man, brown hair, pretty nondescript.
I pull my sunglasses out from. I probably had them stored in like my shirt, just kind of like hanging there. Like I had these made for me quite a few years back because, as you can imagine, given my race, going out in the sun is a real bitch. And it keeps me from getting the headaches, but still makes it awfully hard to see. Do you think you could come up with a better version of these?
Yeah, I think I can do it. And he kind of looks at him. It's like the opposite of like goggles and night vision, right?
I mean,
That's what you're thinking?
that'd be a word for it, yeah. Something to block out the light.
Huh.
Not entirely, I still need to see, but, you know, enough to keep out the sun.
This might take me a week to 2 weeks. Not. Hold on, let me pull out my book here. The goggles of night vision are a common magic item.
I am not sure.
You should know these things. No, I'm kidding. I should know these things, but
There's too much. There's way too much to know about this game.
there's too much to know.
Goggles of night are an uncommon magic item.
Uncommon magic item. Alright. Hold on.
Damn.
Okay. So, in all honesty, this is gonna be me crafting and a lot of work trying to figure out how to do something like this. I'm thinking it's gonna cost you around 400 gold, and it's gonna take me a couple weeks.
Oh, can you go any better on that price?
Maybe 350, but it's gonna be a lot of trial and error, honestly.
Alright, well here's the deal. I'll remember your face. I'll remember your name. What was your name?
Sam.
Sam? I'll remember your name, I'll remember your face, and I'll remember this location. And I'll be back.
So, do you want me to craft them or no?
Well, to be honest with you, I don't quite have 350 gold on me at the moment, so I'll have to come back later.
Understood. Yeah. I'll look into it a little bit more for you. How's that sound?
Sounds like a deal. And then I knock twice on the table and go back to the party.
Okay. He gives a kind of like a one-fingered salute back, and goes back to enchanting his glass. All right. So.
All right, are we all shopped out? I think we've got some stuff to take to someone.
I agree. Should we buy any potions of healing before we
What's
go?
up, D-Man?
I was about to say, I'm actually gonna buy 2 more of those.
50 gold apiece. For whoever wants them, they're easy enough to find.
I'll buy a potion of healing.
Yeah, I'll buy 2 for with the party fund to put in the bag of holding.
Okay.
And as I'm buying them, and putting them in the bag of holding, I look at the rest of the team and I go, hey, just so everyone knows, I'm putting these in here, all right? So there's 2 of them. So if any of us go down, or like I go down, you know, come over to my body and get them out of the bag of holding. You all know they're in here now.
Yep, let's keep it that. We will get the stuff out from there.
Alright. As you finish making your way through kind of like the magic items and the kind of exotic wares, you come to the slave market. It seems like it's relatively empty. There's no real auctions going on, but there is a sort of slimy looking dwarf, slicked black hair. His beard is tangled mess, where you can barely see his mouth, and he has 2 what looks to be blue-skinned, one blue-skinned elven girl. In front of him stands a hulking, red-skinned figure. Has large red wings that beat every so often. And next to the figure is what looks to be a tiefling. Similar looking wings, but much, much smaller. And they seem to be talking and bartering, and the large figure just isn't saying anything.
And this is outside the doors that lead into what's their names?
So you had slums, you went downstairs into the market, and now you're at the end of the market. This is there's a kind of like it's like an amphitheater type. There's like a large stage. There's different types of metal cages. There seems to be like a bench seating all around it. It seems to be mostly empty except for these 4 figures.
Are there prices on the slaves?
There's only the one celestial looking slave right now.
Can I approach whoever is the auctioneer or whoever it is?
Oh, shit, there it goes.
As you approach, you start hearing back and forth. It seems like the tiefling is talking price with the auctioneer. Honestly, 10,000 gold for the girl, man. I mean, I got her from Zico, man. Like the half elven city. Like it was not easy to get her. Like her mama was
What up, ice cream?
White woman, I gotta say. But I have her.
How's it going, guys?
gold
Welcome.
pieces. And the tiefling looks to
We're
his
probably gonna play some
patron.
games after this, by the way. So
The fiends.
stay
not
tuned after
saying
D&D.
anything,
If
and
you're not
the
into
tiefling goes,
D&D, stay
not
tuned after
10,000.
D&D.
You can do 7. And they start bartering back and forth, and the dwarf's like, I can't do that. Like, do you know how much work this was? I can do 8.5 max or minimum. And then the tiefling goes back. We're not paying 8.5. We're paying 7, and back and forth.
Jimei crosses her
Those numbers are
hands.
too high. I walk away.
Jimei
you
looks
having
at them and crosses her hands and looks very annoyed. She doesn't
Hey, let's just...
doesn't like slave trading at all.
You watch the girl. She's probably 14, maybe 15. You watch as one of you didn't notice before, but she has 2 white feathered wings on her back that kind of come out, and then they shift back into her form, and she kind of moves uncomfortably as she's watching.
So
them.
D-Man, he
She's
doesn't
not
actually
changed,
have
she's
any
just
levels of barbarian yet. He's going all bard
you
first,
guys
so he's
walk
only a
by.
bard right now, but he's planning on multi-classing, so I put barbarian.
You can put this. Oh,
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt
nope.
anything.
Go.
So listen, you know, I know we're not all fans of slavery here, but we probably should be careful what we get ourselves messed up in. Just, you know, just putting it out there. Slave trade's a dirty business to get involved in, even if you're trying, especially if you're trying to disrupt their operations.
I agree with Torga. The city has had slaves as long as I can remember. A small group like us isn't going to be able to do anything about it, and
Not
to
yet,
be
anyway.
honest, so deeply ingrained into the fabric of the city, there's not much we could do anyway.
Thrick, were you trying to buy that slave?
Thought maybe I could buy her and set her free, but
Aye. That's very noble of you. Maybe we come back someday and try to help out the slaves in some way, but, you know, for now, I don't think we should get involved.
We buy them though, and the slavers just have more money to go get more.
That's a good point.
Sorry, my connection went down for a minute.
No problem.
Oh, you're good. Oh, well, here, I'll repeat part of that. Torga just told the group, like, you know, even though we're all against slavery,
Yeah.
we should really not get involved yet, because the slave trade business is cutthroat and real in Codena. And not only that, but those of us that have been to Codena before know that it's like a part of the lifestyle, and there's nothing the 6 of us are going to do right now.
Yeah.
That was all I missed.
You may just response to Toga says, "I'm just making faces."
Oh, it's
don't
all
worry about
good. I'm just letting
the name-
everyone know.
I won't be going and trying to save anyone. I know it's
No, not yet, at least. Maybe someday.
In the name of transparency, I have transported slaves before, but never again. I don't think there's enough coin.
were any of them lizard folk?
Roll for it.
What?
Oh, I can hear you talking. I cannot hear you talking in Discord.
No, you can't.
I
Can everyone else
now.
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I was saying that I don't know if I ran into any lizard folk, but you know, I honestly didn't remember their faces. It just was easier that way.
I'm gonna be.
Slavers steal our eggs.
Oh. That's terrible. I'm gonna be honest, Broderick, I'm not surprised. No offense.
Well, to be honest, I do remember seeing a few eggs. I thought that they were food for the cargo, but it might have been some of your lizard folk.
It's like, at least you've vowed to not do it anymore. That's good.
And at least you're truthful to us.
Aye. That's a
I
start,
guess.
right? Things are
Yeah.
looking up for you already, B.
I feel like I've mostly been truthful. Mostly.
Keyword there.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Well, to the queen.
Okay, so
Aye.
you go down. It took you about 40 minutes to get through the market. Maybe a little bit more because you were shopping, so maybe closer to an hour. You get down to the residential district. It takes you about 20 minutes to get through there, easily kind of cutting through the nicer homes. They're built
Ice
a
cream.
very nice marble
today,
with
man?
different kinds of stained glass. A lot of
So
the
was
people.
there an inn here?
Was there what?
Inn.
Oh yeah, we forgot to find an inn.
I thought you guys were waiting until you got to like the party district.
Yeah, that's
I
kind of
agree.
what I was
I
thinking.
mean, I mean, if there's inns in the party districts, then yeah.
My parents
Oh,
never
hold on.
allowed.
My
par-
wake up alarm's going off. I'll be one
Okay.
second.
My parents never really allowed me to go to the party district often, so I can't say I know a lot about it, but I'd love to go.
Well, you missed out on a lot.
I'm sure I did.
I mean,
I
if
was kind of
there's
sheltered.
inns there, I'm okay with that, but we do need a place to sleep.
Most of what I know about the city is honestly through eavesdropping and what my parents have told me. and some of the books I've read. But as far as actually experiencing these things, I'm quite sheltered.
Okay, I'm back.
So I would love to go to the party district for sure. Maybe we should, maybe let's go take care of business, and then afterwards we find an inn.
Okay.
I think they're both in the same spot.
Yeah. So as you go down one more district, this is definitely the party district, and as you go down, there are magical lights of all different colors everywhere. This is Las Vegas / oh my god, New Orleans.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. It's probably more like New Orleans. It is crazy. There are people everywhere. There are people drinking. And
So what's
this is
New
the middle of the
Orleans?
day.
New Orleans. I have no idea.
Oh yeah,
That's right.
I forget.
Yeah, me too.
Have you ever heard of Mardi Gras, Jimmy?
It's with the beads or something?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's
Yeah.
in New Orleans.
People to get beads.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is basically like, how long does Mardi Gras go on for? Like
Is it
a week?
Yeah, I think it's a week, right?
It is a
Celebrate the end of
week
Lent,
long.
I think.
Yeah, it's a week long party in the street,
Yeah.
basically. People get drunk, and women will pull up their shirts to get free beads, type of.
Well, Broderick's looking for
Yeah.
beads.
Shove the beads up your ass.
It's a.
No.
That's so random. Maybe he's into that thing. Who knows?
Maybe he likes it.
Yeah. So there's a street. Maybe he
But he
does.
does like it.
What I do in my private time is none of your business, but, well, you're not too far off.
So there's this street in New Orleans called Bourbon Street, where you're actually allowed to buy alcohol from the stores and then walk out into the street with it and just drink in the street. So it's like,
Okay.
there's just people walking with drinks and everyone's getting drunk and partying. It's a good time.
Okay.
I've never been, but I've always wanted to go.
It's fucking nuts.
Have you went, Pete?
One time, yeah, because our company retreat a couple years ago was in NOLA, and it was nuts. My boss bought us all like those like alcoholic slushies. So it was like crushed ice, but it was, it had like rum in it
Oh
or
my god,
something.
those things are amazing.
Yeah, and we all just walked the streets, just slurping on these, getting buzzed. It was great. There's like strip club bar, strip club bar. It's crazy. And then like there's people out on the streets, like out in front of the strip clubs, wearing barely any clothes. Like, hey, come in and see our show. It's like it's nuts. It's pretty cool.
That
Anywho,
sounds
yeah. So
good.
that's what Kittens is trying to say. Party Central.
Yeah.
I was gonna say USA,
So
but
there's
not USA.
almost no people on the street.
New dwarves. Yummy.
Well, not just dwarves. It's all
Great.
different kinds.
I don't know, scales.
There might be a few. There's a Yuan-Tai, like a part snake lady, pure blood. She's mostly human, but she has snake scales. That seems to be dancing out in front of one of the stores. You go by.
I shout out, do you mind if I slither in?
She just gives a wink and a smile as she continues dancing.
Can we just leave him here? I think I'll be very happy if we just leave him here.
I'm not gonna lie, it would be awfully nice, but
This is
we got
pretty
work to
amazing.
do.
Alright, well, we'll drop off.
Is
We'll drop
there
off
any
and you can stay here and never
male?
talk to me again.
Is there any male tieflings? I think Jemay would like those.
Make a perception check.
Really?
Yeah.
Jermaine's into tieflings?
Oh my god, I could be twice by accident.
So the first one's a 7. You don't see any male tieflings. You see a lot of female tieflings.
Aw.
Yeah, you do see a very large male half-orc. Similar to the one that you saw outside, has a lot of different tribal tattoos, and is just kind of standing a little menacingly outside one of the clubs. Eventually, you guys make your way to the end of the district where you see calling it a tavern is not what it is. It is the afterlife of Omega. It is this large casino-type building that has a whole bunch of crazy lights. There are people just passed out all over the steps leading up to it. It is built in like golds and silvers, and it has like red carpet, and it is crazy. And as you walk in, it is loud. There are people yelling and screaming and gambling, and there's music of all different kinds going. There's music kind of going on off in one side, and you notice at the top, very Arya Talok style, sits a drow. She has very dark skin, the white tattoos over her face. She has the long white hair behind her, and she just sits, just watching over everything. She has
like the queen.
Yeah.
Aye. She wears very like a very dark kind of black corset with like a cloak over her, black leather pants, simple boots, and she's just kind of sitting and watching everyone. And she has a drink in her hand, and she probably, currently next to her are 2 guards as she takes a drink.
So does anyone know how to talk to her? We have to just go up to our bouncers there and say what's up?
I'll be right back. And I walk up to the...
And there he goes. Alright. Well, that's gonna be a thing we're all gonna have to get used to.
You walk up to where?
The bar.
Okay, the main bar. The main bar is in the center below where she is. So she's kind of up top with big staircases leading down, and the main bar is underneath where she is. There's currently a halfling currently tending bar. What can I get for you?
I'll take 2 fingers of your finest whiskey.
Easily done. And she pours silver piece.
Done.
Thank you very much. And she goes off, waiting to the next person, and this place is also packed.
Say, before you go...
yeah.
We have business with the party upstairs. What would be the best way to arrange a meeting?
Well, you gotta take that up with her bodyguards, but I do know getting her finest drink does not hurt at all. She likes gifts.
Alright, I'll take a bottle of one of her favorites.
Yeah, do you want it sent up from you guys?
Sure. Actually, I like that.
Alright. What's your name for me, sweetie?
Name's Broderick.
Okay, yeah. That'll be 5 gold pieces.
Done. And then I hand her 6.
Thank you, sweetie. Alright. From Broderick. I'll make sure it gets to her. And she gives you a wink, and she kind of swaggers off.
So I have a question. I don't think a panther would be a really good idea in here. I mean,
you're not wrong. The panther might be a bit much.
Yeah.
Do you want to leave him outside, or?
I mean, like.
Welcome to being a ranger.
Yep.
I think I left Aran outside. I whispered to him that stay here, don't wander off. We will be back soon. And he's probably taking a nice cat nap in front of the building.
Thrick would stay outside with your cat.
Okay. So
He doesn't care about the bar.
Thrick and Aaron.
Continue. Sorry.
Thrick and Aaron are currently kind of huddled outside, next to some of the glowing lights, and seemingly content to be outside.
Right.
I come back with my drink and say, well, I think we got the ball rolling. Got a bottle sent up there. She might call us up soon. If not, we'll go up there and have a conversation.
Cree, at this point with your perception, you do notice there is a feather figure far, far away to your left. Seems to be a waitress of some kind.
I immediately put Aegis between me and her, and I maintain that as much as I can.
What are you doing? What are you hiding? What are you doing behind? Are you hiding behind me?
Shh, quiet.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you hiding behind me?
Yeah, I don't have much experience with my people, and I was told not to when I was young.
Do I see
Why?
where he's looking?
Make a perception check.
What? Why would you not?
13.
You do not.
15.
Oh, 15? Yeah, you see what looks to be a feathered figure far off to the left of you guys, probably more towards the end of the building, that seems to be walking through the crowd.
You'll thank me for this later, and I start walking towards this feathered figure.
Okay.
Oh, well, I think he's gonna get our attention for you.
Well, I'm gonna just slink like I'm getting as small as I can. I'm only 5 foot anyhow. My hood's up. The cloak's completely covering me, and I'm hiding with peeking between Aegis' legs to try and see what's going on.
Make a stealth check.
Holy shit, and I'm proficient, but I rolled a nat 1.
Oh no! So as you're kind of going between Aegis's legs, you're drawing more attention to yourself than if you had just been standing normally, and there are definitely people looking at you. You watch as Broderick walks up.
He's not kissing my ass, I swear.
He walks up to a very prettily feathered Aarakocra. She seems to be wearing like a almost like a tavern wench's dress, short at the knees, and has a whole bunch of drinks on a tray on one hand, and is kind of walking between everyone currently.
Oh, excuse me, miss. Is there any way I could order a beer from you and have you take it to that oddly placed feathered fella over there? His name's Cree.
Yeah, Decree. I think I can do that. What kind of drink you thinking? What kind of beer?
Let's go with one of your better ales.
All right. Yeah, that'll be a couple gold or a couple silver. I'm sorry.
All right, I hand her 3.
She takes it. I thank you very much. And she kind of walks over to the bar, hands off the drinks, and grabs a beer and walks over to Cree with it.
Oh,
I totally like turn my back to her, like
coming.
I'm not paying
Here she
attention,
comes.
like really bad at being nonchalant.
She's coming. She's coming. Are you gonna run?
At this point, she walks up to Torga. I have a beer for your feather friend here, Cree.
And I just take a step to the side.
And what's your name, miss?
Oh, my name is Aaron.
Aaron? Have you met Cree?
No. And she looks to you. Hi, Cree.
I just kind of like eyes down. I'm quiet, just really in shock at this moment.
She hands off the beer to Cree.
You're gonna take it?
I just kind of whistle, click, thanks in Aarakocra and keep my head down.
I kind of whispered her, don't mind him. He's awfully shy around women he finds attractive.
She gives a wink to Broderick and whistle clicks you're welcome in Aarakocra, and gives Broderick a kind of pat on the face. You're a good friend, but nice try. I don't necessarily go for my own kind, or at least not the males, and walks off.
Well, are you interested in drow? I kind of holler.
Not really.
Ah, it's worth a shot.
She's not interested in men, didn't you hear?
Well, of her own kind. It doesn't mean she's not interested in men of other kinds.
I don't think any sane woman would be interested in you.
That one woman seemed awfully interested in me earlier, that Yuan Ti.
A job to be interested in people.
Well, and you were once interested in me.
That is a lie, and you know it.
That's all I'll say.
Who to do an insight check on? Choices. I think there's more.
I do one on Rabbit, and you do one on Broderick.
I'm not gonna do one. I'm just observing. I'm looking at them both with the fry eyes again.
Does someone want to make an insight check?
Nope, not yet.
I can try and make one on Rabbit.
Okay. Rivette, you don't have to tell me what it is, so you want to hide this roll.
Well, that's
it's Rivette has to hide her roll. It's either persuasion or deception. Depending on if you're lying or not, you don't have to tell me if you are.
Just give us a second here where we're talking shit out.
I believe, Minnie, if you want to actually whisper the roll, I think you can do the /W GM, and then you'll have to probably manually put the roll in yourself. But I'm fairly certain that'll whisper the roll to the GM.
So hang on, what are we doing here? Because I kind of tuned out for a sec.
You either have to make deception or persuasion, depending if you're lying or not. And don't tell me if you're lying or not. Don't tell me which one it is, or don't tell everyone else which one it is. But either one of those.
Okay, I'm just gonna send it to you on Discord if that works.
That's fine.
Okay, hang on.
I feel like there's more to this story than we're getting here.
There's not, trust me.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
I'm struggling. I can't button today.
Just okay. Whichever. Just let me know. Is it over a 9? Whatever you rolled.
Did you just say no?
I said yes. It is over a 9.
Okay. Jamae, she's really hard to read. She is. You're not very much a studious person on tiefling expressions, and Rivette being a pirate, you're not really sure.
Damn.
Okay. Alright, so, what are you guys doing while you're waiting?
I'm writing. Torga's got her journal out, and she's writing while she's up on Aegis' shoulders.
Jimmy is just looking around at people dancing and feels really awkward.
I kind of pull Kree off to the side, or at least talk with Kree.
Kree's going, not cool, man, not cool.
Listen, I may have overstepped my bounds a little bit, but I found the best way to confront something you're uncomfortable with is to dive right head first. But if it's really that sort of a subject, I won't touch it as long as you tell me something, anything.
I mean, I guess we were lucky that she's just a barmaid, but I was told that to have no contact with my people. We're escapees, me and my mother.
Did your mother tell you this?
Before she died, yes.
Oh, I'm sorry for your loss. I'll be a little more considerate in the future. Just thought I was getting you to, get out of your skin a little bit. Try something new, adventurous, exciting.
This is just very close to home. This is where I'm most nervous.
What do we got your back? No one's gonna hurt you without us having something to say about it. Kind of clasp him on the back.
He doesn't look much better, but he gives a slight nod and continues to try and hide poorly.
All right, so while they're
after,
and I hand him a gold and say, "Have another one on me."
All right, so while they're kind of having their discussion on the side, I look to everybody else and I go, we've been traveling together for a while now. It's been like over a month. Well, I think we might need a team name. I've been jotting down some ideas, like
Broderick's Bastards.
I thought about that one, but it didn't make the cut.
Broderick's Brawlers.
No, nothing of Broderick's.
You're not here.
The mighty
Best one in
nine.
the group.
You're talking to Kree. Shut the fuck up.
Oh.
This is happening at the same time.
When we do come back,
So, I mean, I've got the couple. I'm just gonna let you know. I mean, I don't need to read them all out right now, but maybe start thinking about it. I'm gonna keep them in my journal. We should come up with a really cool team name,
I mean, we did get a name for our ship, so I think
Aye.
we should get a name for our team as well.
Aye, exactly. Maybe
What's the name of this bar we're in, by the way?
Oh,
Sorry.
welcome back.
It is the Golden Fence.
Interesting name.
It's a shitty name. It's what I. Just leave it alone. You start to lose names after a while.
Did you use the name generator again?
Well, oh.
I'm using this.
It's a good name.
I'm using the name generator for everything.
I mean, I would too. It's really
It's a fantastic generator.
Yeah. It's
Wow. I think I just had a stroke.
The kitten fence.
Types
That's
like a
all.
13-year-old emo kid.
I didn't realize I had caps locks on, and obviously you can see where I tried to capitalize.
I know.
Oh god, it's the best.
the Geek Den fence.
Anyway, so after about a half an hour, you still have not been approached. You're still just kind of hanging out, people watching, drinking if you want to.
So, Broderick, is she supposed to, like, come see us, or do you think maybe we should go to her?
So do
I'd
we
say give it
notice
another 15-20 minutes. If we don't get called up, I say we make our
Do we
way up and
notice-
introduce ourselves.
if the queen is looking, or something like that? Do we
Make a
notice?
perception check.
Oh my god.
You watch and you have to watch her for a while because for a second you're pretty sure she's looking at you, but she just keeps going with her eyes, and then she comes back and looks at you and keeps going again, and she seems to be talking to her guards fairly intently. At this point, one of the guards stands up and starts walking down the staircase towards you all.
Guys, something is happening.
Aye, park up
Stay
everyone,
cool.
here we go.
They cool.
This probably 6'5" Goliath walks down the stairs and is towering above you all.
Well,
Well,
if he's 6'5", he's not
Not
towering
you.
above. Yeah, Aegis is pretty
not
fucking
you.
tall.
Everyone else.
What's up, man?
Isn't
Even
that
as far as towering.
short for a Goliath, eh?
Yeah, that is short for Goliath. They're usually 7
Yeah.
or 8 feet tall.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He's a
I'm like,
he's a
what
magic
the-
Goliath. Oh shit! Don't say that to him.
He's towering above like Kree and Jamae and
My staff is taller than him.
Well, how are you doing, my new friend? What's your name?
he kind of looks over. Doesn't matter. The queen wants to see you.
Alright,
Hello?
is it fine if my friends tag along?
Sure.
Well, thank you, kind sir.
And just nods.
He
Starts
doesn't
walking
look
back up the
awfully
stairs.
kind.
Alright. Let's go on up, guys.
All right, you lead the way.
Try not to be too inappropriate, Broderick.
I mean, this might be the place and time for it, to be honest.
But
you
I
should
know
probably
enough
be
of
respectful.
protocol with these dealings, like how I should approach in general?
All you have would be with the Pirate King. And with the Pirate King, it was more of whatever mood he was in is what you tried to emulate. Like if he was in a good mood, you tried to be joking and happy. If he was in a bad mood, you just stayed out of his way. If you had bad news for him, you give it to someone else so that you didn't get beat for it, kind of thing.
Why the fuck is there a rat in the house?
Aaron and Rick are having a nice conversation.
My hat
They've won
commons
moments.
rats, okay?
bonding moments.
being drow, you do have protocols for approaching female drow.
I'm gonna stay away from those.
that's what I was thinking. Maybe not those protocols this time, eh?
Yeah, I was wondering if those still applied in this world.
Yeah.
We're getting close
So-
to the Underdark.
Yeah, kittens, do drow, is it still like a matriarchal society?
oh yeah.
They do, like, what do they worship? Is it still Lolth, or is it a different?
No, it's Narare, one of the betrayer gods from the one shot, which is she's basically Lolth, but yeah, very similar.
Just curious.
All right, so how are you guys approaching?
Definitely taking the lead, and then is this like a lounge? So there's like a bunch of chairs around.
Up top there is, yeah.
I'm gonna read her for a second or two, and if she doesn't say or do anything, I'm just gonna go and sit down in a chair.
Kree is gonna mess around with his little finger flipping sword, and he's gonna give Broderick inspiration.
Okay. There you are. So you have a dive inspiration as you guys all walk up, Broderick in the lead. You come to the top of the staircase, and it's almost like a half circle of cushions, and she's currently sitting in the middle by herself. A large goblet of what looks to be wine, except instead of like a purpley color, it is like a blue, like a sky blue color, and she's currently sipping it. Not saying anything as you guys approach.
It's
keep
evening,
your
right?
It's getting to be about early evening, late afternoon type. You don't really know. You guys haven't seen the sun in a while.
Good evening, Queen.
She looks to you. Good evening.
We come here for a particular reason. We're a group with a particular set of skills that we think could be of great use to you, and as a bit of a proof of our usefulness, there was some cargo that was supposed to be sent this way, and well, we're here to make sure it gets to you.
Oh, really? So, that, my employee that was supposed to retrieve my goods failed. I'm assuming you're right.
Well, we couldn't be too sure. No idea if he was a slimy thief just looking to sell some drugs on the side, or whether it was really yours. Torga, if you would. A sample.
I pull out one of the smaller white packets and hand it.
You mean the small red packet with the red crystals in it? So there's two small red crystal packets and a large packet of white.
Oh, I thought we had several small white ones as well.
Nope.
No.
Well, yeah, I guess.
thought the first one he found was a smaller one, and then we found a bigger one afterwards.
Yeah, didn't we have a one smaller? What?
No, I thought it was one big. It's one big white and then two small red ones.
Correct.
Well, I will pull out a small red, something small. I don't want to attract a lot of attention, so I pull
Smaller
out.
ones were the red crystals. The big one was a white powder.
I pull out something small. I pull out one of the smaller ones and
Pull
hand
out
it to
one.
Broderick.
Giggity.
You hand it to Broderick, and her eyes flick over to it for a second, and then up to Broderick.
Like I said,
It's
we have a
interest-
particular set of skills.
And she holds out her hand. And the rest.
Torga, if you
Oh,
would.
okay. She like fumbles around. Like, this is her first drug deal, so she's kind of awkward about it. But she gets the other ones out and hands them to Broderick.
The drow is, she has this almost like, it's like a permanently happy smiling face, but as you look at her eyes, there's no emotion in them whatsoever. She just always have a slight smirking face, almost like a model, like picturesque face. And I'm assuming you hand them over, Broderick.
I do.
She motions to one of her guards, and this time it's a human man that takes them from you. Well,
Thank you, kind sir.
I appreciate that you were forthright in this exchange. So, what is it that you want? No one comes to the city without wanting something.
Well, a bit of a finder's fee. I'd say 10%'s fair.
She looks over to her regards. 10%'s fair. And 10% of would have been 345 gold. Yeah. They bring over a couple of different coin pouches. And it's going to be, so it'd be 30 platinum, right? That'd be 300 gold. So it's 30 platinum and 45 gold. Am I doing math right? Yeah.
That's the 10%.
That's 10%.
Dang.
Yeah.
Are we adding that to
We gotta
the?
start selling drugs, guys.
Right? We were just drug mules. We weren't selling drugs. We were just drug mules.
Yeah. Are we putting that to the party fund?
I'd say we can split it later,
Aye.
because I think we got some for the party fund from the transport of the original goods, so we can distribute the drug money later.
So.
All right. Oh wait, hold on. 30 platinum and 45 gold, right?
Yep.
Okay. I'll mark it
So
as
is-
we're splitting this later. Okay, go ahead.
So is that all?
Well, before we go, I'd just like to say that if there's anything you need done, we're your group. People you had taken the drugs out of there, they were sloppy. They were easily spotted, but us, we're your group.
And we're going to be here for a while, so
And how do I contact you?
Well, we're new to town. Are there rooms in this very tavern?
Not rooms here. There are rooms in other places around the district. I don't really keep track of any of them.
Kovic,
You
what's
can
going
ask
on? Welcome to the stream.
Any of my
Hi.
guards or workers here.
I guess we will be at the closest tavern.
Alright.
Do you have a recommendation?
Not really.
I doubt she does. She lives here.
She lives even in a better place.
Yeah. I mean, I doubt she would have a tavern recommendation.
I nudge Broderick. I say, should we tell her about our ship? Like, because that would be a pretty solid way to contact us.
Yes, that's a good point. Wait, I just gotta look this. I forgot what we call it. It was like the Crimson something really
Crimson
awesome.
Fortune.
Crimson Fortune.
Well, we have a ship at the dock, the Crimson Fortune. If you sent a message there, we would get it. If it were not at the nearest tavern, we'd be there.
Alright. Well, that's the end, and she starts to wave you away. And goes back to her blue drink.
As I stand up, I say, "So, have you ever gotten the visions too?"
She sets her drink back down. And for the first time, that, like, almost like pleasant face, pleasant, like, small smile cracks. not maybe a few months ago. And the kind of loftiness kind of stops. A couple months ago.
Any idea what that all could mean?
Asked a few others. Means we're not drow anymore.
What are
Well,
you talking about?
thank the gods. We'll be on our way.
Oh, Vukovic,
And
I'm
if you
good.
tell
I'm good.
anyone
Thanks for tuning in and hanging out.
about this conversation we've just had, he, and she points to the Goliath, will smash in your skull.
My
Do
lips
I
are
make
sealed.
myself clear?
Fucking
that-
not already.
And that kind of small, pleasant smile comes back onto her face again, and her eyes go dead. Agreed. No. Leave. She goes back and picks up her glass again and starts sipping.
Down the stairs.
You all head down the stairs, and are you going out of the kind of casino gambling area?
Well, should we find a place to sleep for the night and then come back here if we wish?
Yeah.
It was a
I.
interesting conversation you had there.
Oh, drought business.
I just want to do one thing before I go. And Torga's gonna go up to the bar.
Okay.
Yeah, when she gets a hold of bartender, I would like to ask for if they have what is it called? Saint Otis Blonde.
They do.
Hi, can you do me a favor? How much would it run me to fill up this jug? And I pull out this glass 1 gallon jug. It's now empty.
Ah,
Oh, it's about a gallon.
how about 2 gold pieces?
All right, sounds good. Fill her up.
Cuckoo, cuckoo. Okay. Alright, and she fills it up. Alright.
All right,
Yes.
I return to the party and I say, all right, I'm ready to go. As I'm putting this huge gallon glass jug back in Aegis's
You
abdomen.
got our fucking growler of this
Yeah.
beer.
Essentially, yeah, I carry this growler around in his stomach. And it was empty because I drank the last of it on our ship ride over here.
Are you opening his stomach in front of people? Because he's supposed to be.
Well, now that
humanoid?
I'm with the party, I'm, just kind of doing it sneakily.
So you
'Cause
easily
you can-
find...
Aegis can put his hand like up under his chainmail, right? And I can kind of navigate it that way. So it's not necessarily like I have to pull the chainmail up the whole way and do it. So anyway, go ahead.
You guys make your way to the nearest tavern. It's a very nice marble
Are
building.
we taking Aaron and Drake with us?
Cree would want a big one because he's
Take it
gonna
down.
want his own room.
Let's
Uh,
not stop it.
And it is fairly large. Like, there's probably a good 20 to 25 rooms here, you would guess. And as you walk in, it is an entirely elven, seems to be waitstaff. The head hostess, or the person at the front desk, smiles to you. Welcome. How can I help you all?
Rooms for
How
6,
much-
please.
Yeah. I mean,
Rooms for
do we
6 and how? Oh,
so are we all taking a room? No sharing, I guess.
It depends on
say
what they have.
Two nights for now. 6 rooms if you have it.
Yeah, let's let the woman talk. How many rooms you got?
I can do 6 for 2 nights, you say?
At least 2.
2 nights for now. It might be longer. It might be shorter.
All right. Well, I will have you pay upfront for the 2 nights. That'll be a gold piece per night per room.
Cree hands her 13 with 1 for a tip and pays for everyone.
Aye.
I
Oh, thank you very
appreciate
much,
it.
Cree.
Thank you.
And welcome to the Fae's Garden. May you enjoy.
First round of drinks is on me.
All right. And that's where we'll end our session. As you guys take a long rest, I'm going to say that you guys will gain 150 XP just for this entire kind of thing that happened.
150, so 13. Oh, shit.
1354.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was your first day in Codena.
Oh, we're in Party Town, guys.
Yeah.
It's gonna get interesting.
Needless
How
to say,
many
Broderick
times do
spent most, if not all, of the night out, save for like 4 or 5 hours.
Okay.
What you
Unsurprising.
got tomorrow?
Yeah, right?
What was that?
Said, can we play again tomorrow? I want to play.
No, I'm not prepared.
Well, prepare overnight, kittens. Damn.
No.
Come on.
Not like you're working
You don't
tomorrow.
have to
Come on.
sleep. You don't
I
have to
don't
sleep.
work tomorrow, but you know. Yeah. So it's interesting how you guys went about that. I was expecting something different. I'm happy with the way it went, though. I think it was fun.
Yeah, it was a good episode.
Were you
I guess.
expecting murder?
Outside of character, I'm definitely thinking about that blue elven girl with wings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was the slave, right?
Yeah. She
Yeah,
was.
we
She
just
was
didn't
one
have the
being
money to
told.
do anything about it, and
Yeah,
we were in the middle of a
$10,000,
city that
man.
we couldn't.
Well, Jimei feels bad about all the slaves she saw. So.
And the one buying her was a pit fiend. Like he's up there.
Yeah. He sounded pretty
Yeah.
gnarly. I didn't want to.
Yeah, he was.
Tangle
he
with
was
that
pretty
guy.
gnarly.
Not today, Satan.
No. No.
Uh,
Maybe later.
Literally. Well, no, it wasn't quite Asmodeus, but about there.
Yeah.
One of Asmodeus's lieutenants type. But yeah, it was fun. What do you guys think of Codena, man?
I dig it.
It's
Yeah.
I think I
fun.
can find a home here.
I really like the Ariatilok kind of
Yeah.
Yeah.
thing. I really like that.
Out of character, it's great. In character, Yvette is internally screaming constantly.
Yeah.
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 If we're going to make this ship our home, we might want to start thinking about potentially doing like safe houses. Like I don't know how we would do that, but like, you know, if we're gonna be traveling all the time and our primary home is mobile, we might want like small safe houses or something. Just an idea I had.
Yeah, I think that's not a bad idea. Like rent out a house in a slum somewhere in a lot of these big towns.
Just
Mhm.
buy one. I mean,
we-
what that cost?
We do
Not
have
a lot.
keys to a locked tavern in Irriton, just saying.
Well, there you go. We're starting already.
That's the only
The
one.
first one.
Yep.
I like the
Yeah.
idea of safe houses, though.
Having one here would be cool. Somewhere
We
in
also
the
need to
slums.
come up with a name.
Yeah, we do.
I mean,
I have-
Codena wouldn't be that expensive. I think at least
Not the slums anyway.
yeah.
And the best part about the
area,
slums
I
is
guess.
they're the highest region in the city, right, kittens? So like, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
if we had to make a quick exit and hit our safe
Yeah.
house on the way, it's near the exit, you know?
So there's the slums on the top, and then there's also like the outside is also kind of the slums. Like it's
Mhm.
definitely like the poor district obviously is the people closest to the surface, and then you get further the lower you go, the richer people get.
I've
Yeah.
got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different names for our team written down. Just ideas. I saw good ones in the generator, and then I started going like, oh, wait, but our ship is named the Crimson Fortune, so I just started adding like crimson to everything. So I've got a bunch of names.
So are we? Do we now distribute the money we got from the?
Oh yeah, we could. I guess we can say we did that when we got back to the tavern.
30 platinum,
Yeah.
45 gold.
Yeah, I mean, that could also, I mean, I guess some people are broke. Kree's been pretty stingy with his money up until just
I
now.
would like some money. Yes. I only have
Well,
copper
I
left.
have some gold, almost 200 gold still. So I'm
I
good.
have 225 gold.
Okay.
Yeah, I got 218 gold and some silver and copper.
Rivette's been stingy too. She's only bought like a couple of healing potions.
All right, everyone gets 5 platinum
Okay.
and 7 gold and 7 gold, 0.5, so 5 silver. Right? Yeah, 7 gold and 5 silver.
And did anything go into the party fund?
Not out of the drug money. We did put the, what was it, Broderick? 170, right?
170.
Yeah. I put that in the party fund earlier.
Yeah, from the gargoyle.
Okay.
Right?
Because we paid for it from the party fund, so let's just make that, you know.
Yeah, but the drug money, I just split all that up. Now, if any of you want to put yours into the party fund, I mean, by all means, but I need mine. I'm broke as fuck.
Yeah.
Alright, guys. Well, that was a
It's
good
one
time.
platinum
I
and
really
10
enjoyed
gold.
it.
That was great.
Of
It's
one
one
platinum
platinum
is
and 10
10 gold. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure.
Alright, guys. Well, that was awesome.
Yeah.
See you
it
next
was
time, everyone.
awesome.
Ain't looking forward to next
Yeah.
week.
Thank you.
Later.
Is it Sunday yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Bye.
Sunday, yeah.
Exactly.
Alright, guys. So that's it for D&D this week. I hope everybody enjoyed this week's episode of Corvania. Tune in next Sunday, right here on twitch.tv/beejmore at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, or, give or take an hour, at least today. But, yeah, and, next Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern, will be our next episode. Thanks for watching. Peace. Those of you watching here on Twitch Live, though, I need a quick break